What's up, world? It's your boy King Phenom here with the boy King Sirius Lee.
What's going on, y'all?
And welcome to a new episode of The Blurred Perspective. This week it's just us.
It's just us.
The rest of the Kings had shit to do. They send their regards.
We'll team up again in the future.
We promise. Probably.
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah.
Sure.
Who we kidding? Them niggas ain't coming back. Oh, man. New week, new movie news, new trailers, new a lot of things. Anything been going on with you lately?
I got this, I feel like, this bad haircut, like, a couple weeks ago. And I'm still waiting for it to, like, grow out so I can cut it again to my liking. And that's pretty much the only thing that's been bumming me out for the past couple weeks. That's it. Other than that, you know, work and movies.
I was about to say, to be honest, I hate that. I hate when you feel like you got a crappy haircut and there's no point of telling the person because it's like you can't do much to fix it at this point. So
yeah,
the only thing I can do is just let it grow and switch it up again.
And then maybe it's just me because, like, you know, other people's like, oh, no, that's a nice haircut you have. And I'm like, But me personally, I don't like it. And because I don't wear hats, I'm just like going out in public, not feeling all the way cool about myself because I feel like I have a bad haircut.
I understand that because my hair looks like trash. Therefore, I have a hat on right now. It's like, I cannot lie.
I mean, other than that, everything's been peachy. What did you watch this week? Did you do that Black Mirror?
I still never finished it. I got like 30 minutes into it, and I still never finished it. And the reviews on it seem to be very mixed. Some people were just like, it's the best thing ever. And other people were like, it's so trash because no matter what, everything's always the same. Like one person was like, me and my wife spent 2-3 days watching, like trying to figure out all the different endings and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then one of my coworkers was like, it seems like no matter what, it's always the same ending. Like, I was like, did you make different choices? She's like, yeah, but it always loops back to the same ending. I was like, that's not what I'm hearing. So maybe you're just using it wrong.
Okay, so I haven't tried it yet. And I might as well do it today because I'm not doing anything. So I'll try it today.
Don't you work?
And then, well, yeah. But, you know, there's time. I'll try it today. And then next time we hit the show, I'll let everybody know my experience. But from the outside looking in, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this is a choose your own adventure movie.
Yep.
And some people are telling me yes, some people are telling me no. And I'm looking at the ones telling me no, like, do you know what a choose your own adventure is?
So, in the little bit of time that I spent on Bandersnatch, I can understand why they would say that because there are some things that happens where you'll make a choice and the movie will pretty much say, nah, motherfucker, that's the wrong choice, and go back.
Okay.
So, I guess they're just like, yeah, they give you the option to choose some things, but maybe if they didn't go through it all, or maybe if they only got to a certain ending, maybe they felt like the movie was trying to push them toward one specific thing.
I got you.
So
okay.
That I could definitely understand, like I said, because I did make one choice, and then like the next thing I know, it didn't turn out well, and it was like blue. I was like, what? Like, why am I right back where I started from? This is stupid.
Okay. Because I don't know if you remember this from the Choose Your Own Adventure books, but like within the first few pages of every book that I've read anyway, which was a lot of them because those are one of my favorite books to read, you can die or end the story really fast. Like,
no, I didn't read those books, so I didn't know I could die.
No, yeah, it depends on what it is. Like, you've never read the Goosebumps, like, Choose Your Own Adventure?
All I read was Animorphs, dog.
Okay,
that was
okay. Yeah, I've read,
I don't think Animorphs had Choose Your Own Adventure.
I've read, like, the Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventures, and then, like, there was a little small, like, specific Choose Your Own Adventure, and it'd be, like, totally different stories.
It's a different, like, it's an actual company or something behind it, because they're mad at Netflix for the movie.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think someone online said that they're thinking of legal action.
Well, because they didn't think of it first?
That's what I'm just like, you might have thought of the books, but unless you have a book called Bandersnatch that you own and they didn't come to you about it.
Right.
But even then, it's still just like, it's not like they stole your idea. You got to show me. Like,
you can't have a monopoly.
Yeah, you can't have a monopoly on Choose Your Own Adventure. That's just stupid to me. It's like, And then I guess some people, like I said, weren't really feeling the movie, and some critics weren't feeling the movie. So the director has clearly said to all the critics, "Fuck off."
Yeah, I mean, generally what you have is the first. I don't remember any other choose your own adventure. I've played video games like that. There's one game I remember for PlayStation called Fox Hunt, and that was like, instead of like video game graphics, they had real people acting out this movie, like doing.
Oh, that
scenes.
was that thing I saw you were streaming that one time, weren't you?
Was I streaming it? I might have been.
I think you were.
No, you know what? They have other games like that.
It was like in London or something.
Right. So Fox Hunt was an old one for PlayStation. Then they have this one on. I have an Xbox. The one on Xbox.
That was the one that took place in like Britain or something. Like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like this guy gets caught up in this.
Yeah, like he has to be an assassin or something.
Well, he up in this whole like
assassination plot.
Kind of like assassin. No, it's like this heist. He gets caught up in this heist, and then like depending on the choices that you make, it ends up to like this shootout and shit like that, which is pretty cool. So I've seen video games like that, but I've never seen like a movie like that, especially where you sit in front of the TV and just like, all right, I'm gonna go right towards the dollhouse or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
The one thing that it proved why Netflix is so good at what it's doing right now, because their money it's like work. Look at the innovation behind it. Like you can't go to a movie theater and do that.
Right.
Like no network is going to let you like sit at home and like choose your own ending and things like that.
Right.
Like, so, if Netflix keeps finding new ways to innovate the game, then they got something. That's Although true. I heard they about to use some type of AI that's going to stop niggas from sharing passwords, accounts.
I also saw that news, and I mean,
they like, look, we get all this money, but we know we could get more. We can get more. Stop sharing passwords.
And that's the crazy thing. Like, that's what it is. Like, we're already getting a lot of money, but we know we could get more.
It's like, nah, don't tell me that everyone in your house is using your account. When we pick up your account, one's in Maryland, the other one's all the way in San Francisco. Like, we not stupid, cuz you ain't got no children.
The great thing about humanity and society as a whole is once they like do that, people are going to find a way to get over that.
Yeah, I mean, true. You could always try to find a way to get over that.
Like, I mean, no, there's going to be someone actively trying, like,
and
they're
to
going
be
to
honest,
devote their lives.
But if you have a hard time finding it, that just more power to Netflix, because it's like when you have things like a Bandersnatch, and if you plan on doing more original interactive content, you can't bootleg that.
That's true.
Like, you can't bootleg that. Like, Sorry. You ain't gonna find no servers you ain't gonna find no bootleg servers where it's just like, yeah, like, choose this. No, it's just gonna be like, nah, it's gonna be someone recorded all the options they chose, and you have to sit back and watch someone else choose all the adventures for you.
It's like watching a walkthrough on YouTube.
That's all it's gonna be.
Oh, they're not reinventing the game at all. Wait a minute.
It's like, so I hope it doesn't turn out like that. But hey. But if you got T-Mobile, you can get Netflix for free with a T-Mobile One account.
Plug.
But
this wasn't even our main topic. What are we talking about today?
I'm disappointed in you.
Okay.
That Young Justice has been back for 2 weeks, and you ain't seen a goddamn episode yet. My emotions.
I failed you.
You did.
I'm sorry. And it's not like you all haven't been putting it in the chat. Yeah, I definitely been talking about it.
It's like,
I'm just like, I'm like willingly late to the party.
And it's like
yeah, I'll get to it.
And it's like, I can't talk to you about the stuff I really want to talk to you about in regards to Batman, because you're not going to know what's happening, and I can't spoil it for you.
Well, I still love, everything Batman. I'd like to hear about it, but I mean,
nah, you probably wouldn't, because I don't think this makes Batman look all that great.
Oh, bullshit.
Like, I think he did some shady shit. That's all I gotta say.
He did something shady for the greater good, because that's definitely his style.
I can't even say. I don't even know if it's 100% for the greater good. I believe that he believed it was for the greater good.
Okay, that works for me.
That's what I have to say.
I trust in Batman. What do you mean?
But so far, I mean, it's 6 episodes that's released right now. It's going to be a 13-episode season. That kind of disappoints me, because the first 2 Young Justice seasons were both, I think the first one was like 20 and the second one was like 26.
Okay.
So I
So
kind of
you think this is like a short like wrap up to the whole series?
I don't know, because just like they did between season 2 and season 1, there's a time jump.
Okay.
So there's that, like, so in this one there's more of a time jump. You know, you kind of get to see the aftermath of everyone's lives after what happened. What was it with the Reach in the second season? You know, Rip Wally.
Right.
You got to see how Artemis moved on. You know, you get to see how the Roy clones are doing. Nightwing. I like the fact that it's Young Justice, but for the most part, it's just really like 4 people, and everybody else is just like pushed to the side. It's like, nah, we running this shit. Y'all just kind of whatever. And so far,
pretty much like the Justice League. Like, you've got your core, and then you guys are, you know, backup for if we need it.
Yeah, but this season's called Young Justice Outsiders, so like these are like the outsiders.
Gotcha.
And it feels like right now they're at least with the 6 episodes they released, because they released them 3 at a time. It feels like little mini sagas.
Okay.
Because it's just like the first 3 episodes were like pretty much all about one particular thing, and then you get to the next 3 episodes, and it's the fault, and you see a little bit of the fallout from the first 3 episodes, but then it's just like completely on to like something else.
Okay, so they start off episode 1, and they wrap up pretty much by episode 3.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started to do like around season 4. It's like, it could be like a 22 episode season, but it's like 3 main storylines, and it's just like you get the first one, and then the second one trickles into it, and then the third one trickles into the second one, and then that's it.
How do you feel about that type of storytelling?
I mean, I like it. To me, it keeps you. It forces them to give you kind of a quicker pace with things, so it keeps people from getting bored.
Right.
It doesn't require a lot of thinking power, so you can sit back and enjoy it more. Like, to be honest, I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I really did like when they did things the way they did, because it's just like, all right, I had Ghost Rider for the first third of the season. It's like, oh snap, the second one, like the second season, the second part, you have the life model decoy, the androids. And it's like, oh snap, the third one, the life model decoy then turned herself into a real person. Okay. And so it's I personally like it.
Okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of shows could benefit from that, especially if you're a show that has a long season.
Right.
Like, instead of just like one long plot to go from beginning to end, like, or just little sprinkles of teases, and then you get to the end. No, just subsections.
I feel like when you have, like, I agree with the smaller sagas throughout the season, because I feel like if you have a very long season as a showrunner, it puts you in a position to where you have each episode has to end with like a shocker, like, because they got to bring you back. Like, yo, you got to finish and see how this plays out. I remember like with Power, it's like at the end of every episode, just like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode. Like, that's just how everybody felt about it. So it was like, that's a lot of pressure on each episode. But if you like start a story and like 2 episodes later wrap it up, like, you kind of, it's like you get that satisfaction, like, oh, okay, now that,
you get that satisfaction. You get that satisfaction, like, and then when a new episode does come, it's like, oh, this mission's over. I wonder what they're going to get into next.
Exactly.
Like,
you can tell more stories that way.
Yeah, more so of, I'm just only going to watch so I can see the fallout. Because sometimes, like, when shows do that, I'll watch the beginning, and if it starts boring me, I'll turn away, because it's like, I just really wanted to see the fallout from the shock.
Yeah.
And then once that happens to me, I'm not watching anymore, because it's like, I don't know how that episode ended, because I already know because I already got what I wanted.
Right,
which
exactly.
Was the very beginning, which was the instant gratification that I got to see what happened directly after the shock.
So is that a downside to those sagas? Because once you pretty much get what you want, it's like, all right, I'll be back, maybe. As opposed to you sticking through the
like
show.
Like I said, to me, not, because now I'm just like, you're on to the next mission. What's the next mission?
Right.
So, it's just like, all
but
right.
That's if they've built up the characters enough for you to want to follow them on to the next mission.
Yeah, and that's, and Young Justice, if you're a DC fan, there's not really anything to build up, because more than likely you were probably a fan of Young Justice seasons 1 and 2. You're just like, no, I want to see this.
This is true.
Like, you know, newer shows possibly can't get away with it, but comic book shows definitely can. And
or like season shows, like once they've been on for a while.
Yeah. Like the Flash or Arrow. Arrow kind of did that actually this season because it's like the first little section of Arrow was about, you know, Ollie's story anyway, was about him in jail trying to survive in jail, worried about his family. On the outside, it's about people trying to get justice and get Ollie out of jail. So it actually does work in different shows.
Okay.
In which those characters are established. So like you said, it works better for a show that might have been around a little bit longer, or it works a lot better in comic book shows because when you do it in comic book shows, you can introduce more characters.
Exactly. Especially when you have when you have DC and you have Marvel, you have like almost an unlimited amount of characters. Like there's a lot of major characters, and these shows do a real good job at introducing those small characters that you might have never known about or forgot about, or you know, things like that, to where you do it like that, you can introduce a whole lot more content, a whole lot more characters, a whole lot more.
Until Arrow, I never knew who Bronze Tiger was, but Michael Jai White was kicking ass on that show.
And now, like Bronze Tiger, well,
he was in the Suicide Squad.
He was
in the animated one.
I mean, he's an interesting character now. Like now they can use him.
Yeah, and in Arrow he became an interesting character. In Arrow he went from like, oh, I'm just like straight like a mercenary to like, nah, man, it's like I got a heart. You know, I can help people out if I feel like it. You know, like
I got a family.
Yeah, it's like just so happen to be I feel like it.
That's what they did with Deadshot.
Yeah, that's what they did with Deadshot.
Fleshed him out, and it's like, you're a bad guy, and I'm supposed to hate you, but
you're
not really a bad guy.
Deadshot on Arrow, I liked him a lot.
Yeah, it was like you're not really.
When it came time to RIP him, I was like, say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so.
And then now they use that same character. Will Smith plays him in the Suicide Squad movies, and it's just like you can't hate Will Smith. I don't care what bad guy he portrays. Like.
Yeah, my man stopped about to shoot Batman just because his daughter's like, don't do it.
Exactly. It was like I can't hate this guy that's been a bad guy all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, and technically, you don't even know he's actually been a bad guy his whole life. Like, it's just like we just know that he's an assassin. Like, they're bad people that he might assassinate. It's just that murder's wrong. But he might be murdering the right people sometimes.
When it comes to criminal morale, I try to stand on whatever side Batman is on. So it's just like if it's wrong, and there's no excuse for it.
When it comes to criminal morale, I tend to stand more so on the Red Hood side, where it's just like if you gotta kill a bad person, kill a bad person.
To make sure he doesn't come back, to get him out the way for good.
I stand more so on the Marvel side when it comes to villains. Like if they dead, they not coming back. Oh man! But speaking of villains, I was watching Gotham because it started its final season 2 weeks ago.
I thought you didn't like Gotham at all.
Oh, I don't. let me get that clear. I saw the first season of Gotham. I saw parts of the second season. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to give it another try. I'm going to start the third season. I got like 3 episodes into the third season, and then because I was watching on Netflix, and then one day it was on Fox, like an episode from season 4.
Right.
And I started like watching it. I was like, it gets to this stupid shit. And I turned it off and I stopped watching. The only reason I'm interested in this season is just because it's the final season and it's supposed to be like Catwoman turns into Catwoman. Okay. They say by the end of this, the kid that's playing Bruce Wayne will be Batman. They say the dude is.
So that pretty much kills the theory of what people thought Gotham was.
I mean, all you really have to do is when it comes to Gotham, just treat it like it's its own separate universe, which technically it is.
Well, and that's the thing. People thought that. I mean, I've seen some theories that that's not. What is it? Like that's not really Bruce, or that's not Batman.
It's Owlman.
It's Owlman or something like that. Yeah. So I was like, well, if he's going to turn into Batman by the end of the show, he's turning into Batman. They have a dude on there who's basically the Joker. They just can't use the name Joker, and which. What's his name? Cameron Monaghan, I think his name is. He plays a character named. At first, he played 2 different characters. First, he played a character named Jerome, and now he's playing Jerome's twin brother Jeremiah. Oh my! This dude is the Joker. Okay.
Like, hands down, if we're not counting voice actors, the second best person to play Joker.
Okay, but since we are, he's the third best person.
Yes,
to play Joker.
like if we're doing voices, we're going third.
Wait a minute. There's a lot of good Jokers.
There's
a lot of great Jokers.
It goes Heath. It goes Mark, and this dude's next.
And then this dude in front of
sorry, Jack. In front of Jack, in front of Jared, in front of Caesar.
Oh wow! I have to YouTube clips of this guy's performance.
It's like he's creepy. You just believe everything. You believe everything about him.
In front of Joaquin Phoenix, little 2-minute clip of what he could be.
He's good, man.
All right, I'm gonna have to check this out.
Not
the show, just this character.
Yeah, just look at it. Like he's good. Like he seems like a Joker. He's just twisted. Like he's twisted. The first brother was twisted and crazy.
Okay.
The second one was like he was a smart guy. He was like an engineer or something. But something happened, and I think he got exposed to like Joker's laughing gas or something like that, and it turned him basically into a crazier version of his brother. And considering that his brother was already crazy.
Oh, okay.
And I think this season they're supposed to have it where like he falls into they go into ace chemicals and he falls into the vats of toxins and whatnot. Okay. So I'm just interested to see how that plays out. Like nothing more, nothing less. Like it's only 13 episodes, so like I can suck it up. I've seen worse. I sat through whole seasons that are worse than 13 episodes. I mean, more than 13 episodes that I didn't like. So I can suck this up.
Okay.
So this season, like matter of fact, the last episode, which aired Thursday, I believe, it ended with Selena becoming Catwoman, or at least in the progress of becoming Catwoman.
Okay.
Like so, I don't need to know everything that's going on. I will give props to the dude that plays Riddler, though. I don't know why. I just like him. The whole show could be trash. I just like him for some reason. He just seems like a person that would be he just seems like a person like in real life. Yeah, if I met you and you acted like that, I would guess your ass is the Riddler.
But that's that. Are you supposed to though? Like he's supposed to be like
he just embodies it, and he did a good.
I'm not supposed to be able to look at you and be like, "You're the Riddler."
Nah, I like it.
Okay.
Like, I mean, let's face it. It's not like he was really hot. It's not like he was really hiding his identity in any other Batman show.
Edward Enigma. No, I mean, Batman Forever. Let's see. No, he wasn't hiding his identity, was he? He was pretty flashy.
Well, in Batman Forever, he didn't really turn himself into he didn't really like claim to be the Riddler till like the end. Like he wasn't going out showing himself as the Riddler.
Right.
I was like, and this ain't my man. Once he decided he was the Riddler, he was out this bitch tilting the hat and everything. I don't know why. I just like him. He's
redeemable quality about the show. Joker and the Riddler.
Yeah, it's just
that's it out of 4 seasons, just the Joker and the Riddler.
Like I said, I've only seen like 3.5.
Okay.
It's like, but you know what though? I also will give props to one of the lead female characters, Marina. I can never say her last name, but you've seen Serenity, haven't you?
Yes.
Inara, the one that played
yes.
I want to say the concubine-ish lady. I told Brown this one day because she was watching Deadpool 2, and at the very beginning she got hurt because of that thing that happened to I was just like, you know what? I was like, I felt that in my heart when she died. And then I sat back and thought about it. I was like, yo, in like the past decade plus, she's probably been like the best romantic female actress I know. And that's because when I think about the stuff that I've seen her in where she's like in a romance with someone, I fully believe it and I fully feel invested in just her just in her romances.
What movies are you watching?
I'm just talking about, and if you go back and watch Firefly and Serenity, her and what's that dude's name? Nathan Fillion.
Yes.
It was believable to me. I was like, yo, y'all are in love. I truly believe you guys are in love. And
okay.
And in Deadpool, her and Ryan Reynolds, I was just like, you know what? If I'm Blake Lively or that chick's husband, I'm believing that they might be doing something. If someone told, like, if that was a rumor going around, I would fully believe Blake Lively's like, nah, turn into Jennifer Aniston. That's Angelina Jolie right there to your Brad Pitt.
Her chemistry
she just has great chemistry.
Especially her and Ryan Reynolds.
And she's on Gotham, and she plays the love interest, or played, I don't know, of the dude that plays Jim Gordon.
Is that Barbara?
Huh?
No, that's not Barbara. What was his wife's name?
I don't know what her name was.
Martha? What is it?
Martha.
Is it another Martha?
Well, in this, she plays a doctor named Lee Tompkins or something like that.
Okay.
But even on that show, when they started feeling each other, it was 100% believable that they was that they was just falling for each other. So much so that in real life they got married.
Oh. That chemistry worked really well.
She just has great chemistry whenever she's she just has great chemistry, and I don't even know if I can say it's Ryan. I don't know. It's her.
It's her.
All her.
It has to be just her. She got married off of that. My man was just like,
Let me put she was already married she was already married in the midst of probably going through a divorce. Started hooking up for co-star, got pregnant by her co-star, then married her co-star. She got some magic to her. That's all I'm saying.
She was one of them Jones like, I ain't pulling out of this.
It's just something about her. I love her. I'm mad I can never pronounce her last name, but I know her name is Marina.
There's a lot of ones I'd pull out too, but not this one.
Like she like everything I've seen her in, where she plays someone's love interest, or when she's supposed to be like the object of someone's affection. It's just like, I fully understand why that person cares about you so deeply, and I would do the exact same things they do. Like I fully understand Wade Wilson. I fully understand Wade Wilson breaking down. I was like, you know what? Go ahead. Just find a way. Just off yourself.
Do whatever you have to do. Go through whatever experiments you need to go through.
Then they had the nerve to play that sad ass Celine Dion song right after. I was like, oh, this just makes it even. That makes it worse. Then in their last scene together, where they were doing the slow down version of "Take on Me," I was like, oh, like that even makes this song just so hard. Take on. I was like, oh man, the feels. I was like,
started singing it.
I fully believe why the dudes do the crazy shit they do in the movies. I don't know why she's not in more movies. She needs to be. I think she was in the movie Spy. And she was like,
she getting all her lead co-actors in trouble and shit. Niggas be married, go home to their wife like, you just don't do it like her.
Like nah, Ryan good, but like I said, I would believe it if someone told me that though. Like it wouldn't even be a nah. I can't believe that shit. Look at them. It'd be like a nah. They about to Mr. and Mrs. Smith this shit.
It's Marina Baccarin. Is that
like I said, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I think she's like Brazilian or something.
What was Copycat?
I don't know what Copycat was.
That's what they have her under for Deadpool. Like that's her name.
Oh, there was a they said something about they said something about like if the movies went forward, she was supposed to be a mutant too.
Oh really?
She had the mutant gene in her, and I guess people were speculating that in future movies her mutant gene was going to get activated. So apparently there is a real character named Vanessa whatever, and that's her.
Okay,
thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've never heard of Copycat.
Just learned that on the fly.
All right. Yeah, I do remember they said that. Oh wow, that was a very good rabbit hole in my opinion.
It was
like
we've done a lot of rabbit holes, but that one was.
I was like, we just introduced people to the greatest love interest of our generation.
Your greatest love interest of your generation.
Tell me one that's better.
Okay, look.
Not one that you love, but just one that whenever you see them play the love interest, it's 100% believable.
Okay,
why they love this person.
I don't have that pick, but instead, I will offer you my new Hollywood crush.
Okay, see, there's a difference.
I know.
I have crushes.
I know.
But I'll still admit that she's a lot better as a love interest.
After seeing this individual play in this movie with the style and the sexiness,
style and grace
that she did it, I immediately fell in love, and I don't remember her name. The last Mission Impossible, and I'm this is gonna be brief. The last
Rebecca
Mission
Ferguson.
Who's that?
The other spy chick?
No. No.
Okay.
The other chick.
What, the Lady Gaga looking chick?
That Lady Gaga looking chick. Is that what we talking about, the same chick? The one he had to set up the meeting to go see?
Yeah.
Her. I saw her. I think she probably had like 3-4 scenes. No, I don't know what it did. Whatever she did, it just did it for me. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why.
She was kind of weird to me.
I don't know why. It was just something about her play.
Or maybe it's because she reminded me of Lady Gaga, and I've never been that
Lady
attracted.
Gaga's attractive.
Not to me.
Like before, when she was wearing all that stuff, I didn't see her beauty until I saw her in like a Justin Timberlake video or something like that.
Not to sound mean. When she had all the shit on her face, I thought she was cute. When she took all the shit off her face, I was like, nah. And to be honest, when the trailer came out for the Jane she did with Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born, and she was just supposed to look all plain Jane without no real makeup on, I was like, oh, here you don't look too bad.
Wow.
But when you perform,
when she's just regular.
When I see you like an American Horror Story, I look at your music videos. I don't consider that pretty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, to each their own. Yeah, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying my personal preference. She looked better, honestly, when she tried not to look good.
Okay.
Or when they make her up not to look good.
Looks like her, we just gonna shit all over her, huh?
Like, I'm not
Vanessa Kirby.
I'm not shitting on
her. That's what I'm understanding from this conversation. Like, your crush looks like Lady Gaga, and I don't like the way Lady Gaga looks. So
I'm just saying,
your
she
crush
reminds me
must be horrendous.
Like I said, I have my own type of thing.
Okay.
And I can't knock anyone else's own type of preference.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in the movie with Michelle Monaghan, Rebecca Ferguson, and that chick, she wasn't like the standout to me.
I mean, she also wasn't as devious. I mean, she was pretty. It was like she did devious.
I was say you should like. I feel like some of it might have just been the look and the actions.
I mean, she was really good. She was really hot to me. Like espionage wise,
it's like when wearing a little white sultry dress and then pulling the knife out and.
I'm not a good spy. She would get the information out of me pretty fast. That's what I'm saying. Probably before we got to the bed, it would be like
the code to the nuclear warhead is 453781. It's like it's hidden in a car in the basement. It's like it's a green Toyota Corolla, license plates 12 sexy.
Yes. The answer is yes to all of that. It wouldn't take her a lot to get anything out of me.
That's actually pretty funny.
She could probably call in and get my social security number right now.
It's like my social, my date of birth.
Yeah,
this is the hospital, the time. Like this is the secret this is the secret answer to all my passwords.
She can have it all.
I was like,
oh, but within the same respects, I'm also in love with Angela Bassett. So like current age, Angela Bassett, like right now. But even more so when she was Tina Turner. I loved her when she was Tina Turner. So I didn't want to just
like the
girls. No, I love me.
Angela Bassett has always aged well. The one movie and this is a random movie that just like took it over the top for some reason to me was actually Mr. 3000 or 300 with 3000. Was it 3000 with Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was up in there. I was just like, yo, Angela, what's good?
I saw a clip of What's Love Got to Do with It, and of course, Angela Bassett was in it. She was Tina Turner. And looking at how gorgeous she was in that movie, I got mad at Lawrence Fishburne all over again. Not Ike Turner, Lawrence Fishburne.
Like she
all over again.
Like she got so much better. Like I remember watching Vampire in Brooklyn. I was like, okay, you're cute, you okay. But it's just like when she got older, I was like, hey.
She's just aging.
She's
super
aged so
gracefully.
Yeah,
like,
Courtney B. Vance, you are a lucky man.
Anyways,
it's like someone asked me if you could swap places with one person who would. Courtney B. Vance. Why? He's married to Angela Bassett. That's it. But he's a lot older than you. I don't care. I don't care. Give me less years of life. I'm cool with that.
Less years of pure happiness.
Yeah, it's like I might have less years on earth, but I guarantee you I'll find pure happiness with Angela.
Pure happiness.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What else we got?
We got a lot.
Let's see. Hold up. Got to pull up the list. Oh, man. So, Sony, after the success and the raving reviews for Into the Spider-Verse, they're thinking of doing a TV animated spin-off with characters from the movie.
You here for it?
I'm here for that. I would like to see what happened to Peter B. Parker after he went back to his universe, because he was the one I was the most invested in, because his life was shit before he got sucked into Miles Morales' world.
It was, and I'd be interested in seeing how things turned around for him. More so, like, you know, of course we're going to talk about the other characters, but like that main Peter Parker, I am very like the main one that
died.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, the main one that kicked the bucket. No, because he was like the video game Peter Parker. Like everything from all the suits that he had in his little lair or whatever, like his gadgets, like that was like Spider-Man Prime that got taken out, yo. Like he had everything.
I had to move on that was Spider-Man Prime.
he had it all. Like he was successful as Spider-Man, successful as Peter Parker. He got the girl. Aunt May was in on it. She knew the keys to the damn secret lair. Like he was like the Batman of Spider-Man. He was definitely Spider-Man Prime. That's what I'm calling him. I don't even know what is real, but the Spider-Man Prime.
The only downside about that is to learn about him. That means we gotta go back into the past, so we don't get to see Miles.
I mean,
I want to see Miles.
I'm okay with that. If we're gonna do the spin-offs of their shows, like we've seen Miles' story
and Peter B. But we've seen plenty of regular Spider-Man.
Like, I don't want to see Miles and Peter B. Parker's story. I want to see his story.
I want to see what happened. Like, Peter B. Parker comes from a place where he had a Christmas album.
Oh, he did have a Christmas album.
I'm just like, he was like,
I would love this.
Like, he fell off so hard.
He did.
Like, I gotta see. Like, my man couldn't even fit the damn spandex. He was walking around in the shirt and in like sweatpants.
This is true.
Like I'm all about seeing someone at the apex, but I love seeing the come up. Like, and to see him have a second come up, I gotta watch that. Like, his wife left him in a shitty apartment.
You think he got her back when he went back? I don't think so. I think he got to go back and do some real show me type. Like, hey, I've changed. He can't just go back to flowers.
He was stalking. He was stalking her. He was sitting upside down, dropped down as soon as she opened the door. I'm back. That's all it was. He had his Tobey Maguire moment.
He got to get in shape again. Like it's a lot. And,
he's up in that,
and that's going to be the fun part about his come up.
He snatched her back up. He was like, "Come on, we gotta talk." And while they swinging, Nickelback was playing "Hero" in the background.
No, the one I'm actually interested in is Spider-Man Noir.
Of course, the one with the guns.
Of course. No, all right. So in the comic books, you know, he's like this trench coat wearing, gun slinging, you know, ass kicking machine, which is a show that I'm very much interested in.
Did you never play the Spider-Man game where it was like the Spider-Man of the different universes and you got to play as that?
No, I stopped playing Spider-Man games. I mean, I played this last one, but like, I think after like third one or something like that. Like, I wasn't going to keep investing in Spider-Man games.
No, it was some Spider-Man game where like he was like going between different dimensions and whatnot.
Okay.
So at one point you do actually play as Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I can't remember if I was using guns or not, but I definitely remember playing it.
I
think it came out on, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive it came out on the Xbox 360.
Okay, yeah, I definitely missed that. I didn't play any Spider-Man games on 360. But I've sent the pictures to y'all, just whatever screenshots of any cool ass pictures of Spider-Man Noir, and that is my dude. With a twin pistol, Tommy gun, little fedora hat, trench coat, ass kicking, and voiced by Nicolas Cage. Yes, I want to see that show. I want to see his own movie.
Spider Ham.
Mr. John Mulaney himself.
That's what it was called. It was called Spider-Man. It was called Spider-Man Edge of Time.
I remember it.
Yes, I remember playing it because you had Spider-Man 2099. You had, I think you had the Amazing Spider-Man or Ultimate Spider-Man. You had Spider-Man Noir, and at one point I think you had the Symbiote Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, like I know things.
apparently everything.
And I would be interested to learn a little bit more about Spider-Gwen because I always, I've heard of Spider-Gwen, but I never really knew. Like until that movie, I didn't know, that her Peter, croaked.
Oh yeah.
It's like so her Peter was her Uncle Ben. I was like, damn dog.
Yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
So that would be a great idea. TV spinoff, sure, but they could have respectfully made a movie out of each one.
They could have,
and it possibly would have the same success.
I mean, they still can, and the good thing about it is because of the way they introduced everyone, how they didn't really spin forever on their stories. It's just like, hey, this is me. Flip page, flip page, flip page. The end. Let's get to it. It's like, all right. It's pretty much just like give them their own solo movies if you want. If anyone asks for for the history, like go watch Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm just not interested in Spider-Ham to be. And then I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't watch that show. Like I love John Mulaney. I think he's a great comedian. He makes me laugh. I'm not gonna watch a whole
Peter
show.
Porker?
I'm not gonna watch a whole show about a talk pig.
I mean, they could do it.
Babe got me once.
Did he get you with Into the City?
It didn't get me. The first Babe was way better than that Into the City.
But
and Charlotte's Web. That's it. Wilbur and Babe. Those are only two pigs.
These talking pigs.
No, that's it. That's all I got the tolerance for.
Man. But also, what else? Oh, you knew Nicolas Cage was the voice of Spider Noir, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I looked it up, but I already knew.
I was about to say, I know you love zany Nick Cage.
You need to go ahead and make this comeback and make it strong, man.
I also do want to see Penny Parker, because it took me a while to really understand what was going on with that.
Penny Parker,
the one with the robot.
Oh yeah,
I was so confused at first. I'm
yeah.
like, so is her brain just synced up with the robot? And they was like, nah, it's something about some spider program thingy linked her and the robot together and this, and I was like, I have no idea what the hell's going on with her.
I mean, they pretty much killed her.
All I know is she has a robot.
Yeah.
She has a robot. I saw the robot get destroyed, but then a spider came out the robot. So
yeah. So was it like a spider in a jar?
Yeah. So like I need to know more about that, because that left me very, very confused.
The spider was really controlled. So she was really friends with the spider who was controlling the robot.
Like her and the spider have a telepathic link or something.
That was some shit that they threw.
Yeah, it was very confusing, and even when I tried to think about it and go back and think about her recap, I was like, yeah, your recap ain't making this no easier for me. I'm still confused.
Not at all.
I was like, you gotta do a little better on that one.
So she's sitting there, down in miles, like, you just don't have what it takes. It's like, yo, you're in a whole suit.
Like you have a suit of armor.
You're inside of a robot.
Like what you want to do? Man, yeah. I think that'd be good.
No, it's gonna be a great idea.
I wonder what they're aired on.
Huh?
I said I wonder what they're aired on. Excuse me. Like, would it be on Disney XD like the other Spider-Man stuff?
I don't see why.
Or does Disney not have? Or does Sony not have television rights to Spider-Man? Because that's the thing. Because I think at one point, like even Fox didn't have television rights to like some of the X-Men characters and things like that. So that's why they had to do like other stuff, like The Gifted, where they didn't actually have the main characters. They just said, "Oh, this is so and so's daughter,
right?
So and so's daughter." So I wonder how that'll work out. But once they figure it out, I'll be watching it. Spider-Ham.
My man Noir was just all about that action, man, throughout the whole movie. Like, no matter what, the best part about being Spider-Man is getting to these fisticuffs right here. Like, there we go.
I feel like you just one day want to hit up the cast of Death Battles. Like, y'all need to do Spider Noir versus Red Hood. Make it happen.
They really should. I don't see why not.
He was like guns versus guns.
Who would win, though? Spider-Man. He is Red Hood.
I'm pretty sure I would go for the Spider-Man.
Would you?
Yeah.
For that extra strength?
Well, that and when they did Spider-Man versus Batman, I'm pretty sure Batman died.
They did kill him because Spider-Man was obviously better. And you just don't argue with Death Battle.
Like, Spider-Man was arguably better. If Batman had time to prepare, that would be one thing.
Yeah, but they was just like just a street brawl, just all-out fight. Spider-Man beats Batman. And the thing about Death Battle is you just don't argue with them.
Nope.
Like you don't.
They calculate
you,
everything.
Exactly. They give you all the facts and it's like, yeah, so
they tell you how fast the person was. They equate it to whether or not it's like supersonic Mach 3 or whatnot. They tell you how much they can lift. They lift like people be lifting the equivalent of like the Himalayas and shit.
So yeah, I mean, well, shoot, side plug, yeah. If y'all don't watch Death Battle, y'all should. It's on YouTube. Just type in Death Battle in your search, and it's like,
watch Thanos versus Darkseid.
oh my God, watch Thanos versus.
I'm not even going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say, someone got that work.
I've never seen such an OP battle before, yo.
Someone got that work. That's all I have to say.
Oh man, no, yeah. Okay.
Hey, you see the picture going around on Facebook with Michael Jackson with the glove on, and it said before Thanos, the original wearer of the Infinity Gauntlet, used it to to promote peace around the world, and it was Michael Jackson.
I haven't seen that.
That shit was funny. I was like, it's funny because it could be true. Michael Jackson might have had the Infinity. He might have had the Infinity glove.
Shit ain't been the same since we lost him.
What's next on it? I want to say the docket, but then I feel like I'm just copying the Joe Budden podcast. What's next on the agenda?
On the list.
On the list, yes. On the blurred list.
Blist.
Apparently.
I did it. Did you see me?
What?
I put
the blist?
The blist. I did it. I did it.
Next on the blist. Fox is scraping some movies because their asses is about to get bought out by Disney, so they're like, "Fuck it, what's the point?"
Okay, so we're gonna name 3 movies, and 2 of these movies, like one of them I cared about, the other one I was really looking forward to, and this third one I was just like, who the fuck asked for that?
I say one of them I was excited about, one of them I was just like, at this point I really don't care, and then the third one's just like, who asked?
Okay, so let's see if we match up. Go for it.
All right, for the one that I'm really really bummed about. It's X-Force. If for no other reason, because Ryan Reynolds is a great-ass Deadpool. Josh Brolin is a good Cable. They worked very well together. I would have been excited to see how that worked out, especially like if they were going to bring back some of the people from Deadpool 2.
Exactly.
Although I'm not sure because when Deadpool did that thing, he really only rescued one person. So
no,
it was only Peter.
It wasn't implied that he saved everybody else?
It wasn't implied. I only saw Sugar Bear.
Oh.
He told Sugar Bear to run, and Sugar Bear ran. He said, no X-Force. I mean, bringing Zazie Beetz back as Domino, that would have been dope because she was a very fun, bright spot.
Really good.
Yeah, she was.
Domino. And I was just in love with how simple they made her powers.
I loved how smart assy she was. She's like, Luck's nothing. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
And like the way they did it, it was just like, wow, that's some lucky shit. Like,
she's like, I need something like, we need a bus or something to get you kids out. Boom. It's like, oh shit.
Like what?
It's like you always knew what Domino's power was, but it's just like seeing it in real life, seeing it applied in real life. It's just like, man, why aren't you rich yet? Why don't you just
walk? I mean, because that would be too easy for her. Like
I know, but it needs to be that easy.
That would just be too easy for her.
Domino,
like, no, you have
Domino
that power,
for president.
You become a superhero. That's what you do. She chose right.
No, if we had Domino for president, we'd owe no one any money. There'd be no debt. The homeless situation would be solved.
Things would just work out in her favor.
No one would be hungry. No one would be hungry. There'd be no need for EBT. We would have been legal for everybody.
You know how she would be extremely lethal as a villain with that power.
Oh yes, the moment she decides that she doesn't give a F, it's done. Like for everyone.
And for those who don't know who Domino is, the best way that
jump off a bridge.
The best way we could describe Domino or her powers on Deadpool 2 was that she has the power of luck.
Yes, basically she manipulates luck.
Does she manipulate it, or does luck just happen to her?
So, according to comics, at first it wasn't like it was something she could control, but later on she's supposed to be learning while doing deep meditation and stuff. She's supposed to be learning how to actually control it so that things work in her favor. So in the beginning, it's just like, oh, I just know things work in my favor.
Right.
It's like later on in the comics, it's getting to the point where she's like, no, things are going to work in my favor because I'm about to make them work in my favor.
Okay.
And which once she learns how to control it, it's just like, bow down, bitches.
Right.
It's really just like, what do you want me to do? Wolverine, I can't die. You want to try?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's almost impossible. Like, if you're being mugged in an alley and at gunpoint, and it's just like, the luckiest thing that can happen to you is whatever stops this dude from pulling his trigger. And then whatever. It doesn't matter. It could be a meteor falling out of the sky. It would fall and hit that dude.
It could be
it could be whatever. It's just luck.
It could be someone on the roof above the building, like playing, and a little pebble goes off the top of the roof and ping pongs off walls and windows and railings, and then it just magically lands directly in the barrel of the gun.
Yeah,
that's how her luck works.
Like, it's just crazy shit like that. Like that. That's the best way you can actually describe her powers.
It's like watching an intricate mouse trap get played out. That's how her powers work.
It's always in the nick of time, right when she needs it. And yeah, she's just lucky.
Like, something can happen from 30 miles away, and somehow those chain of events lead down the road and end up helping her out. That's Domino. So yeah, that's the one that I'm the most upset about.
Okay.
The one where I'm just like, it got to the point where I just stopped caring was Gambit.
Okay.
This movie's been in developmental hell for like 4 to 5 years. Channing, what's his name? Channing Tatum is I guess technically was still attached to play Gambit.
Mm-hmm. They
had like 2 or 3 different screenwriters. They went through like 4 directors attached to the project. It was just in developmental hell.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really care. And to be honest, as much as Gambit was at one point my favorite X-Man,
mm-hmm.
I didn't need a solo movie from him. Like, put him in the ensemble. I'm cool. He, like, you know, he's suave. He got some swag to him, but just keep it like over there.
Right.
Especially now, because in the comics, you know, him and Rogue are married. So if they decide they want to go with the more adult Gambit or adult X-Men when Marvel takes over,
mm-hmm.
then yeah, bring that in. That's cool. I would like to see how that plays out. And the one I personally gave 0 F's about was Doctor, which is supposed to be a Doctor Doom solo movie. I'm tired of y'all giving villains movies.
No one really cares about that.
I didn't ask for this. I don't care about Doctor Doom. He's rich and he's smart. I get it. I don't need anything else. There was no mystery behind him because he put everything out there.
Right.
There was a mystery to Joker at least because no one really knew anything about him. Even in the Killing Joke, it's like they never even told you his name.
Oh, that really bad movie?
I'm talking about the comic.
Okay.
The really good comic.
Okay, the really good comic.
The really good comic, not the really bad movie.
Yeah, I actually, okay, so my order is
unless Julian McMahon was playing Doctor Doom.
Is that the guy from
the original Fantastic Four?
Yes, he was the perfect Doctor Doom. Like, I didn't see that latest.
He's just the perfect.
Fantastic Four.
He's just that perfect cocky rich dude that just.
He played who he was off of Nip Tuck.
He pretty much played who he was off of Charmed. It's what he plays.
It's like that was the perfect typecasted character.
If you watch Marvel's Runaway on Hulu, he's in that. He's playing that still. That's just who he plays.
So yeah, all right. So this is my order. It's a little bit different. So I actually was majorly looking forward to Gambit.
Oh, why?
And yeah, it was in developmental hell, but
I can't imagine Channing Tatum trying to pull off a Cajun accent.
He'll probably lose it. He would have probably lost it.
I mean, he did do bad with the Western accent in The Hateful Eight, but
when he showed up in the third fucking act.
Yeah, I was about to say, but he didn't have to do much though because he died pretty quick.
So now, like, this movie's just about done. Who the fuck is it? Channing fucking Tatum is in this movie.
If you guys haven't seen The Hateful Eight, then spoiler alert.
Oh, Channing Tatum's in the movie.
I wasn't talking about that spoiler. I was talking about the fact that you get introduced to Channing Tatum because he blows off someone's nuts.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
That's still such a great movie.
It is a good movie.
That's probably one of my favorite dialogue-only movies. Like, I can sit back and just listen to that movie and not watch it. Just because I enjoy the dialogue.
And he picked a lot of good people who do really good at dialogue.
Yep, Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell, Tim Ralph. Like,
yeah,
that was great. But yeah, I'm really Gambit though.
No, yeah, because all right, one, when you think of X-Men, you ask everybody who's your favorite X-Men.
Wolverine.
The default answer is Wolverine. Okay, that's the default answer.
So the runner-up.
But the very close runner-up is always have been Gambit. Always. You ask anybody. You can ask, and it doesn't like, it's not even like a particular type of person. And like anybody who's watching this, you too. If you like X-Men, your favorite X-Men is Gambit. That's just the answer. By default, because the movies pushed Wolverine in our face constantly. The cartoons pushed Wolverine in our face constantly.
As soon as you said movies, it's like, come on, Wolverine's been more
popular.
Wolverine's been more popular than that for a long time, man.
I'm just saying, I just feel like the whole X-Men franchise has been pushing Wolverine
like
in our face.
How old were you when you realized that Wolverine wasn't an original X-Men?
Yeah,
you would have swore he was an OG X-Men.
You would have swore that. And then finding that out, you would look to see how many different groups he's been a part of. He was a part of everybody. He's an Avenger at one time. Like, he's just...
Everyone was an Avenger at one time.
He just moved around. You know what I'm saying?
He was a Rolling Stone.
But Gambit was that... He was always that character. One, he was his love interest.
He was an anti-hero.
No, I wouldn't say he was an anti-hero at all.
I would say he was an anti-hero.
Where would you get that from?
X-Men Evolution, where he started off as a bad guy.
I mean, are we really counting Evolution? Every time we talk about X-Men, I always go to the OG series.
Hey, X-Men Evolution was dope though. I don't care what
great.
nobody say. Except for that last season. That last season was trash.
Wolverine and the X-Men was also dope. But like, I'm not really canon.
I mean, he was a thief. He still kind of is a thief.
In the OG X-Men, he was a loyal member of that team who was head over heels in love with a woman that he can't touch.
That's because Fox had standards back then. It's like you couldn't get into the real nitty gritty of things. There's a reason why we didn't see Joker always backsmacking Harley Quinn in the animated series, because Fox wouldn't allow it.
What? I've seen that plenty of times.
No, I mean like backhanded.
Oh, I've seen it on cartoons. I've seen it on video games. I've seen it in comic books. He was always beating that girl.
In the animated series, he talked down to her. He threatened her. He might have placed his hands on her maybe a couple times, but he wasn't like back. He wasn't like straight up, bitch.
He
no wonder
emotionally.
No wonder her and Poison Ivy hooked up,
and he mentally abused that girl.
Yep.
And she's a whole doctor.
No, not just a whole doctor, a whole psychiatrist.
A whole psychiatrist.
So her job is to tell people in situations like that how to get out of situations like that.
He had her locked.
I mean, but she figured it out in two different comic universes. She found love. In one universe, she married Poison Ivy. In another one, apparently, she just married Nightwing.
Oh, is that after she raped him? We didn't see that animated movie, did we?
What?
What is it? The
Batman and Harley Quinn?
Yeah, Batman and Harley Quinn.
She didn't rape him. He was a willing participant
who happened to be tied up and couldn't do shit about it. It's just that Dick Grayson is, he's a sleaze.
He's a hoe.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's okay because he's a sleaze. Like, he was all for it, for real. But
like,
he literally
not condone sexual assault, no way. But Dick Grayson was a hoe.
He literally was tied up, and there's she's a suicidal maniac, and he was tied up, and he just let her do whatever.
I was waiting for you to say genocidal.
If she had to change.
Like she's Sabu. That's what she is.
If she had to change something.
Like she tied him up, then took a steel chair, ran on top of the steel chair, and landed like this.
All right, but we jumped to DC. Back to Marvel. So look, right. So Gambit doesn't deserve to be in developmental hell, but unfortunately it was, and now it's scrapped, and that's very sad. No one was
really calling for it.
I remember when they tried to get that dude that played, what was X-Men? Wolverine.
Tyler Kitsch.
Yeah. That's the only Gambit.
Mr. John Carter.
That's the only Gambit that we're going to get to see, and that one sucked. So it was like, one, you didn't do this character justice. This is a great character. You didn't do him justice, and now we'll probably.
I don't mind doing him justice. Just doing justice in the ensemble. I feel like when you're dealing with members of the X-Men, don't give them solo movies.
No.
Like, if you are going to give them solo movies after 1 or 2 ensemble movies. So that way we kind of have a feel for you. It's just like, don't just like, oh, hey, y'all, here's Gambit.
No, that's what I don't want. So let's go ahead and give him his movie so that we can establish this character for who he is and then put him into the mix. Remember when this is before this whole Marvel craze went crazy with the movies?
With how bad Fox has been doing at stuff like that, would you really want that? Because then it's just going to be like, do you really want this Gambit inside of your X-Men?
Probably not. Remember when they did that to Jubilee on X2? Was that X2?
Was Jubilee in X2?
Oh, yeah, she was.
I remember her in not first class, and
so they captured everybody, and Storm went to go free like all the children, and then the name that she said, she's Jubilee.
Oh,
and that's it. And they just showed like some Asian girl, and it was like that was it. You didn't hear about her throughout the beginning of the movie nor the end of the movie, but this one escape scene, we're like Jubilee, and it was like, when? I don't want them to do that to Gambit.
You can't do that. You can't do that to Gambit. Gambit's too big of a person. No offense to Jubilee.
She was major on the OG cartoon.
In the OG cartoon, she was major. She was major. Everywhere else, she was nobody.
I think she was there almost every time they fought the Juggernaut.
Other than that one random time her name was said in X2, you hadn't seen or heard from Jubilee until X-Men Apocalypse. And I don't even really recall if they even said her name. You just knew it was Jubilee because she looked like Jubilee.
Did she have the goggles?
The goggles, the yellow leather jacket and everything. I was just like, oh, that's apparently Jubilee.
That's Jubilee.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know if they said her name.
I could tell that cosplay from anywhere.
Pretty much.
That's Jubilee.
So that's how I feel about that. And then,
that's just how I feel. Like Gambit really deserved, because we've been waiting for it for a really long time, and the fans who really want to see Gambit, which is everybody, whether you watch X-Men or not.
Now that Disney has it, you're definitely only seeing his ass in ensemble movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so next,
sometimes that's all you need. Maybe too much. Like sometimes you don't need a lot. Sometimes you don't need to have someone have their own movie, and they don't even really need like a whole bunch of screen time to have a presence. I just said a whole bunch of screen time. I ain't say none at all.
I was about to say,
like Spider-Man didn't have a whole bunch of screen time in Civil War. And that was a presence.
I didn't need Ant-Man to have his own movie, but they gave him his own movie and his own little side story, and now he's not only was a minor, but now he's a major player in this whole Endgame thing.
That's because the whole thing about Ant-Man
no one really cared about Ant-Man.
The whole thing about Ant-Man always had to do with the quantum realm, though. There was no like Gambit doesn't have a quantum realm.
You can make some shit up.
No, we're not making
there's a whole comic book.
He's a mutant. That's all we know.
There's a whole series of comic books where Gambit teams up with Ghost Rider and they fight the Brood, which was this race of alien beings.
There's a whole thing where he teams up with Bishop.
You can throw that whole shit into the end game.
You don't remember Gambit and Bishop?
No.
Oh, yes. There was a comic book line of Gambit and Bishop teaming up.
See?
I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm just saying
I want it.
Fox wasn't the one to do it, and with the whole interconnecting of things, I don't really see any individual thing that makes Gambit strong enough to warrant his own solo movie.
You mean being able to touch something and making it explode?
I mean inside the bigger realm of Gambit.
Okay. I'm just
you might have been like Dr. Doom. You might have been like Ant-Man, what makes him so great? But once again, Ant-Man has the quantum realm. Gambit doesn't have the explodey realm. His bow staff doesn't allow him to like travel in between dimensions or something.
Okay.
If that was happening, that'd be dope. And then he should definitely have his own movie.
I'm just dreaming.
If you find out his bow staff was like the staff of Moses or something.
Bow, and then like major shit would happen.
Yeah.
As the fighting stops, everybody pays attention to him. He's got these tablets in his hand.
So we can both say, X-Force, Gambit, we would have gone to go see it. Dr. Doom, we're just like, why the fuck was this even an idea?
Yeah. Who's asking for it?
You failed at 3 Fantastic Four movies. Only thing you did get right in Fantastic Four was Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
And Julian McMahon as Doctor Doom in the first two movies.
So I liked Mr. Fantastic's casting.
Ian Goldford.
Yeah, I liked him.
He wasn't bad, but
like I would almost prefer him to be Mr. Fantastic.
I had hope for him after he was in the Clive Owen.
Just give me the movie. What we talking about?
King Arthur. I know.
Okay.
I know who it is. I just didn't know his last name was Owens.
Yeah, Clive Owens.
Yeah, and his King Arthur movie when he was Lancelot, I was like, dog, he brutal as Lancelot. This needs to be a rated R movie. He ain't give no fucks. He was clearly about that life, and he was just like, he was really ready to just take Guinevere right from underneath Arthur. He's like, yeah, she got eyes, but you know you want me. He's like, that dude looking at you, but come on, girl, who you? Like, I was like, yo, I like this dude. Like, when I found out he got cast, I was hyped just because of his performance in King Arthur.
Right.
Like, so
did he fall a little flat for you? I mean, did he fall flat, or was it just the movies overall?
I might have had a better impression of him maybe if he had better chemistry if they had someone else play Sue and he had better chemistry with them.
Like old girl from Serenity. She should have definitely played Sue.
I would have believed it.
It would have made that love believable. Yeah.
I would have believed it.
I understand. I get
it.
And
then she can pass a lot more for white than Jessica Alba. Yeah. It's like, I don't care how many blue contacts you put in her eyes. I still know Jessica Alba's Hispanic. I don't care whether or not she doesn't want to say she's Hispanic. We all know Jessica Alba's Hispanic. It goes without saying. But yeah, fuck Dr. Doom.
Right. All right. What's next on the list?
Well, speaking of other scrapped movies, Star Trek 4 has been scrapped by Paramount, and I am actually upset about this.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because for all the flack that the new Star Trek movies have gotten, I thoroughly enjoyed them because they fixed the one problem I always had with Star Trek movies.
What?
They didn't have enough action. They bored me.
Yeah, these Star Trek movies have been pretty good.
It's like even everyone with their whole Star Trek Into Darkness, that twist that Benedict Cumberbatch was Khan. I was like, I don't care. I've never seen Wrath of fucking Khan.
Was it really a twist? Like, I've seen the Wrath of Khan.
I haven't seen the Wrath of Khan because Star Trek movies were boring to me, so I didn't want to watch a Star Trek movie.
But this
clearly made me want to watch a Star Trek movie. It gives you at least elements of characters that you know from the old movies, but at the same time, it had a completely good reasoning for why they weren't the exact same characters that you love, because it was a parallel universe.
Exactly, and that's what made it perfect.
That's
to me.
Yeah,
so now you can just do you can do the same storytelling,
and you can change. You don't have to hold any actor or any character accountable for the way that the older actors were in older movies.
Because you didn't see the Wrath of Khan, but
I saw part of it, but it bored me.
But Spock is the one that dies.
Yeah.
But in this new one, it was Kirk, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That was cool to me.
It's just like fan service. It's like, hey, I recognize that a significant death had to occur due to Khan, but instead of Spock, we're going to go ahead and make it James. It's like, and instead of, going on a hunt for Spock's life force in the next movie and trying to find his body and whatnot, we're just going to steal Khan's blood and bring him back to life. Yeah. I needed that.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, like that sounds a lot better than what that third Star Trek movie was that I heard of, because I may have not seen the movies, but I did Wikipedia them.
Right. No, like, yeah,
and even
it's disappointing.
Even Star Trek Beyond, like Star Trek Beyond was probably I think it might have had the best critic review out of those three movies, and it was a damn good movie in my opinion. It just didn't do well at box offices, and that is a shame, because that was probably my most enjoyable of the trilogy.
Star Trek Beyond.
It was the one where Idris Elba was the bad guy.
I didn't see that one.
Oh man, see, you're part of the problem then.
I'm sorry.
You're why I can't get a fourth movie.
I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
I had hope for the fourth movie. Chris
Hemsworth
Hemsworth was supposed to come back as Kurt's dad. They said Quentin Tarantino might direct it.
What?
I needed that movie in my life. I was so excited about that.
This is gonna be really bad. But so I'm looking at this and it's like, yeah, Star Trek 4 is scrapped. I'm like, oh man, that's unfortunate. not even paying attention to the fact that I haven't even seen the third one and didn't even know
And you had
that the third one existed. Hold on, give me a second.
don't watch Bandersnatch today. You watch Star Trek Beyond. I own the movie, so you have it. I thoroughly enjoy Star Trek Beyond.
That one, Star Trek. No, okay, this is. You said Beyond, right?
Yeah, Star Trek Beyond. That was like I saw that during the summertime with my wife. I was like, hey, this movie's been slept on. I haven't heard much about it, but this was very enjoyable.
You know what? Okay.
I mean, you could tell that Simon Pegg wrote it though, because like, or at least penned some of it, because Scotty's in that shit a lot more than what he should be.
I did see that one, and the reason why I don't remember is because it was such a really bad copy that I barely.
I thought you was about to say it's a really bad movie. I was like, blasphemous.
No, I did. I do need to rewatch it in its totality.
Yeah, because it got the chick with the metal legs or with the sword legs from Kingsman in there. She plays the alien.
Okay.
I was gonna say the mummy, but
so
actually wanted to watch the mummy.
So it was good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I probably have to go back and watch the original or the first Star Trek to see. But if I had to judge just off of like how I feel like that might have been the best one.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna go home today and I'm gonna watch.
But it was definitely better. It was definitely better
Beyond.
than In the Darkness, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like,
So yeah, man. Oh, Star Trek 4 got scrapped. So sad.
Yeah. I said Quentin Tarantino might have directed it. You love Tarantino. That should make it even more heartbreaking for you.
I do love Tarantino. That means it was going to be a whole lot of talking. No, wait a minute. It was going to be a whole lot of talking about a whole lot of space stuff.
It might have been rated R.
It was going to be a whole lot of space talking.
Look, it might have been rated R. That means forget the phasers going in and out. I mean, they probably would have been shooting people with guns. Like,
it would have been like District 9.
Yeah, there's like, set your phasers to kill. Okay, no, maximum. Boom. Everybody would have been blowing up like frost on Blade. So, yeah, I was disappointed about that one.
Okay.
But, I mean, but for you, good news for you, Final Destination, they're rebooting the series. I know how much you love that.
What do you mean? Come on.
Like, I know how it's
like 5 movies. Why are you rebooting the series?
Because it needs more. You need to realize how every day you are lucky that you're alive and that death hasn't come for you yet. Because once death does come for you, death is a bitch. Death is a very persistent son of a bitch. Like, according to Final Destination.
Why do we don't need? Who's asking for this? Who is asking for this, dog? Oh, you're one of the ones asking for it. You can't just watch all of this needless, senseless killings in the first 5 movies to like sate your appetite. You're like, you know what I really need is a reboot of the same story. More killing.
I refuse to watch the 4th one because the 4th one just looked that bad to me. So I need a 5th movie to fill in that gap for me at least.
Man, it's just.
I mean, and it works very well because like I said, the 5th one was pretty much a prequel to the first one.
That's it.
So
you looped it.
It looped it. So now you could go into another universe.
Full circle. Everything's great.
Now we have another universe. Look, Tony Todd needs some gigs, man. They probably not gonna have him be in the Candyman reboot, so he need to do something.
Which I don't understand why they wouldn't put him in the Candyman reboot. For those of you who don't know who that person is, he's the guy that played Candyman in the old movies.
And if you don't know who Candyman is,
wow, like, why are you even watching us?
Yeah, I would say
watch Candyman.
Yeah, normally I would say jump off a bridge, but in this world today, if I say that, he just wants people to commit suicide. He doesn't care.
I just want you to watch Candyman. If you haven't seen it, you know what? That might be a move. One day this next week, I might just watch the Candyman movies. It's been years.
I would just watch the first one. I remember some of them. Some of them after a while, I was like, nah, I ain't watching this.
If I go one, I might as well watch them all.
All right, you have fun with that one. That's like saying I saw the first Child's Play. I should watch all the Chucky movies. Hell to the nah.
What, the first Child's Play was dope. What happened in the second one?
The second one was the one where like he was chasing them around in the factory where they made the dolls.
Okay, right.
That was pretty dope.
The third one was when he was at that military school, right?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
You didn't like that one?
Not really.
That shit was dope.
I
liked it. They was in the little training exercises and he swapped out some of the fake rounds, the blanks for real rounds. That's some diabolical shit.
Yeah. Then you had Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky. I think I stopped there.
I saw Seed of Chucky.
Oh no, I stopped at the Bride.
Then I saw Curse of Chucky. Curse of Chucky wasn't too bad. Then I saw Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky wasn't too bad, but just the fact that Seed of Chucky exists makes me want to kill myself. So, and they're rebooting that too. So hey,
what, some more Chuckies?
Yeah, more Chucky.
Okay,
I
because
forgot who.
We can't get enough of that shit. I'm gonna like.
Apparently, what's gonna happen now is you're gonna escape death, and he's gonna send Chucky after you.
No shit.
I just wrote a movie. Someone hire me.
No shit. If anything, if they need to do anything with Chucky, and I'm gonna hit this topic real quick, I'd at least want to see the serial killer. Did they ever show those in the later movies?
Charles Lee Ray? Nah.
Yeah, like I want to see how much of a badass he was. I mean, not a badass because he's a serial killer, but like, you know, I want to see his life story before he became the dog.
In Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, like the family that he was like trying to murder, I think they're the reason why he died. I think like
it wasn't him getting chased by a cop and shot.
Like they're the reason why he was getting chased by cops. I think he was like trying to kidnap somebody or do something, and like they're the reason why he ended up fleeing from the cops and ended up dying.
Oh, okay.
So like So like Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, they're one and the same. It's like it's not like where, you know, almost in this universe you would think in that new universe they had for those two movies, you would think that Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky didn't exist, but then they throw Jennifer Tilly in there for some reason as like a homage or something.
She was
she's still playing her character before she turned into a doll in Bride of Chucky. But she knows that Chucky is Chucky, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It was like some unnecessary fan service shit that they threw in there.
It was like Bumblebee, where you created more confusion by trying to tie it to previous movies.
So, yeah.
Just like that.
Okay, so yeah, man, we don't define a destination. Just fuck what I think.
Fine. This is what you're really excited about. Eddie Murphy is coming to America. Again.
I was excited about it until we briefly spoke about it before we went live, and then you kind of killed my buzz a little bit, to be honest. Like, because the only thing I said was, as long as Arsenio Hall reprises his role and we get both of those hilariously talented black individuals on screen at the same time, I'm going to have a blast. And then you said what you said, and I was just like,
I was just curious about what he's coming to America for. The first time he was coming for a woman, I mean, this time I assume he's running Zamunda because, you know, he would be like 50 and James Earl Jones is like in his 80s, so I would assume that he's running Zamunda. So what? Did he come to America to like go to the United Nations or something? Did Lisa die and he's going back to Queens to find a new wife?
That would be the worst script. Let's not do that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I wouldn't find any comedy in that funny if that was the reason. Does he have a child
that wants to come to America to sow their royal oats? Like, and if so, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard because it's like, hey, I've done this before, son, like, or daughter, and these are the issues I've ran into. Don't fall for this shit.
No, but if he does that, if they do that to where it's a child that does it, then I would feel a little better. This is a whole new generation we dealing with.
It's a whole new generation, but it's still lessons from the first one that you can take. It'd be like, hey, like if someone curses at you, it's not a compliment. So that takes away the funny of them cursing back at him. He's like, hey, if you go,
fuck you, fuck you too.
He's like, hey, if you go to an American barbershop, this is what they're going to talk about.
Well, that would give them the opportunity to give you those same classic scenes with new, funnier content. Instead of the Lisa love interest type person dating the actor or the commercial guy, they're going to be dating like an Instagram model.
Or if it's a girl, or if it's a daughter,
It'd probably be like King Batch too.
yeah, or if it's a daughter or if it's a daughter looking for looking for her husband or something, you know, the guy she falls in love with is going to be with an instant thought.
Okay. See, man, you're making me feel less enthused about this movie, man.
Look,
is it because our generation sucks so bad?
No, to me, I just feel like it's unnecessary because it's just one of those movies where it's just so great. There's just no need for a follow-up.
But I want to see Eddie Murphy doing silly shit again. I'm tired of all this stuff that he's not really doing at all.
I'm about to say, was he really done other than the last thing I remember about
Mr. Church?
Look, I already said how I felt about the mystical, magical Negro.
Is that what? That's the last thing I remember him being in.
That's the last thing I saw. That's the last thing I saw him in, and I was just like, why is everybody talking about how good this movie is? It's stupid.
Like that, like I want to see him going back to the same. Like that's why I feel like
it ain't nothing but the Legend of Bagger Vance.
Him and Arsenio need to reprise those roles because that was comedic gold when they were together on screen. Like when they were going through that whole when they were double dating. And they was at the club and they was bringing in like all those different women or whatever. Like that scene is hilarious. And then like at the end, like you had like Arsenio dressed up as a woman and shit like that. That shit was hilarious.
But you're not going to get a scene like that in this day and age. In this day and age, it's pretty much just going to be them swiping left or right on Tinder.
Yeah.
It's like worst case.
Worst case.
No, I'm sorry. Best case scenario you could get for a funny moment in that is a catfish moment where it is like, oh yes, the internet. This is where you meet people now, and then you know how it could work.
But if you're royalty in Africa,
you know how
in
it could
this day and time,
it
you're
could
probably
work
more technological advanced than we are.
Possibly, it could work if Eddie Murphy has a child going to America, and the reason they're going to America is to meet up with someone that they met online, and it turns out that person was like catfishing them or something. That could work.
And then in the midst of the catfishing, he finds
someone else.
Okay, I mean
that could work.
A little bit more. I'm sure no one's listening to that idea though, which sucks because it seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah. That's the only
like
thing.
Someone should take that idea and try
that's
to
the
mold
only
something.
way I can see this being salvageable in my mind.
It's okay.
Like if anything, if Eddie Murphy, if you wanted to wait 15, 20, 30 years to give us to give us a sequel to something, it should have been Beverly Hills Cop 4. I was mad about that. That thing was already supposed to be set up. Brandon T. Jackson was supposed to be playing his son, who was a cop for the Beverly Hills Police Department.
I remember them
and
talking about that.
Then the movie got scraped. Then it was supposed to be a TV show by NBC. Then NBC decided not to go along with it, but NBC want to pick up a fucking spinoff with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba for Bad Boys. What the fuck? I'm mad.
What? They did. When did they do that?
They're going to. It's supposed to be a TV show.
I don't want. So what are they? Bad girls?
I mean, they're not in Miami like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I think they're in.
They're
either in New York. They're either in New York. They're either in New York or L.A. But yeah, it's Gabrielle Union supposed to be reprising the character of Marcus's sister, who I'm trying to remember, but I can't right now.
It was.
I feel so bad. I want to say Yvette, but I feel like that was his wife's name. Oh, Sydney.
Yes. Sid.
Yeah, Sid. Like, yeah, she's supposed to be playing Sydney Barnett, and Jessica Alba is supposed to be her partner. I think I'm like 85% sure they said this is supposed to take place in L.A. I'm not sure if she's going to be a cop or if she's still going to be with the DEA like she was in Bad Boys 2.
Right.
Which Bad Boys for Life actually started production, I think, a couple days ago.
I saw that.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me that. I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
I would have rather had Eddie Murphy.
I don't know.
I would have rather had Brandon T. Jackson as Axel Foley Jr. with Eddie Murphy making, special guest appearances every once in a while. Like you can because it's TV, you can stretch some stuff, you can stretch some mysteries out. Also, you can bring back some old hilarious gags like the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah. I mean, they did
or,
it.
Throwing Brandon T. Jackson out a window and then arresting him like they did.
That's
my favorite. That's my favorite scene of the entire movie.
You want to talk about being black in America? Jesus. That scene was nuts.
Go get him. Also, you're under arrest for what? Like causing a disturbance. Called him. I got thrown out of a window. He said, "What's the crime for getting hit by a car? Like for getting run over by a car, jaywalking?"
Hey, yeah.
They tossed him out that window, dog.
That shit.
He was like,
crazy.
"Please show Mr. Foley the exit." Just that, the banana in the tailpipe and seeing what Damon Wayans looks like with hair, that's what made Beverly Hills Cop something for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but at least if Eddie Murphy's on board, I don't. And another thing that kind of worries me, it's just in this PC age culture, I just wonder if they'll just let Eddie Murphy be as funny as he was in the 80s.
Like the delirious funny.
I mean, he ain't gotta be
raw
like
funny.
He ain't gotta be dropping F-bombs.
I don't. See
And by
why
F-bombs,
not.
I mean fag.
I don't even think he's that same person anymore.
I don't think. To be honest, I think he could be. I just think in this world, he knows he just can't be in public.
But there's
like,
an
let's
ample
be
amount
like,
of time for him to
like
go
be
back
honest.
to being that person.
Showtime, a boy, but I'm not going to be streaming live with Showtime on mic because he's going to drop some words. I was like, nope, I'm not getting demonetized for him. And if I play with him long enough, I'm gonna pick up on those words and I'm gonna say them like, "Oh, I got demonetized because of myself now."
I don't know. I think I can pull it off. Like I said, if you get Arsenio on the team,
like
that's my thing.
To you, everything rests on Arsenio, huh?
Everything rests on Arsenio because I don't think Eddie can do it by himself. Not coming to America, he can do anything else by himself. But coming to America, I don't think he can do it.
Arsenio.
He needs Arsenio.
Okay.
And Arsenio, I haven't seen Arsenio do anything since Black Dynamite.
Oh yeah, I haven't either.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he needs to be doing something.
All right. I said.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I haven't seen.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it. I was just saying from my end. It's just I was just kind of thinking like, where do you go? And you have so much, but it's just like a lot of the lessons they could learn. You can learn from their father going to America.
I'm gonna leave it up to the comedic geniuses.
I mean, but who knows?
They
could just be coming to America to visit John Amos and see how McDonald's is doing. See if McDonald's ever made him go under or not.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, it's like, hey, Dad, like I want to go to America. Why? Grandpa said like he got a Big Mick that he want to show me. It's like, hey, like the Big Mick is a good sandwich. Go get it, son. Yeah, that's right.
Leave all this royalty.
I made sure that later on down the line I specified that the Big Mick was a sandwich. You know how these dirty minds are.
All right, so cool. So we're looking forward. We care. We're looking forward to coming to America.
Yes, we care.
And Paramount's doing it. So Paramount doesn't really have a lot of. They don't mess up too bad.
Except for when they cancel Star Trek 4. Fuckers. I feel like Baby Joker. Fucker.
What we got next?
Those were it for the topics because I got lazy this week and I didn't really feel like reading stuff.
Well, that was a lot of topics, but are we about to move on to these trailers?
Yes, I believe we will. And so I will pass this over to you because I can't see the TV no more. So just let me know when it's ready.
Sirius is he's got the juice now.
Sirius has the juice, so
let me tell you. And you know what? Even though he's not watching now, I did see this when this came out.
That was like an hour ago.
It was an hour ago. I did see this. If you go back to watch this. The Division can't wait. Okay, real briefly. Video games. The Division.
Oh, I already got it pre-ordered.
You already have it pre-ordered?
It's pre-ordered and the installation thing's already installed on my Xbox.
When were you going to tell me?
I mean, I just did it like 3 days ago.
Jesus. Okay, so now I got to go home and pre-order the Division.
I got the $100 Jade that comes with the season 1,
which I will not be getting the $100 Jade.
So I think they're going to do it like they do Siege now, where I don't know if they're going to put out more games in a long time, but they're going to do like yearly DLCs. Because the thing I got said the Division 2 plus the year 1 DLC.
Oh.
So that's not, in my opinion, that's not a bad thing. It's just, when it comes time to update, that's just going to be a lot of stuff to update because you're going to probably have to like add more maps, more missions, more this. Like, so
I mean,
you're going to get some big, you're probably going to get some big updates when the times come.
The first division, New York was done beautifully. That shit was great. Now, if you're going to get this time, it's in DC.
Yep.
And I'm gonna love that.
And Ubisoft, I want you to know, as a DC native, I'm going to be trying to walk the places that I know
exactly
in certain locations.
I'm gonna be
and if they're not, I'm suing because you are not authentic.
So if you're going to do that, it takes place in DC, and then you're going to give us more DLCs, and you're going to give us more maps and things like that. Like, I'm all for it because just exploring the actual cities and being able to go into buildings and
wait, you share with Showtime? Just split it, $50 a piece.
Oh, I do, and we probably will.
Yeah, like I didn't tell Dub, but I'm pretty sure he knows, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna know when I come up and say, "Hey, dog, where the fuck my money at?"
Run it, son. Too bad you ain't watching now, or else we tell you now to run it, son.
Does it come out the 15th
of this
March?
Oh,
no, it comes out March.
What's the next big game? Is Resident Evil, right?
Depending on who's looking forward to it, I would say either when does Resident Evil come out?
Then like next week or like next week?
Oh, maybe. I was more so looking forward to Anthem.
That's also coming out this month?
That comes out next month, if I'm not mistaken.
Next month? I think Resident Evil comes out before that. I think Resident Evil comes out in January.
Division 2 comes out March 15th, so that works perfectly for me because that'll be the day after I come back from New Orleans, so I will be playing that.
Okay. Somebody's going to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me, Showtime, Boogie, Mo.
Sweet.
Would have invited you, but I know how you be like, y'all couples sometimes.
Thank you.
So I didn't want you to be like.
Thank you. you are a good friend. You know me well.
It was
what? A couples trip? The fuck am I going for?
It just randomly turned out like that too. I was like, hey, see a Boogie and Showtime want to go. Like it was really just supposed to be me and the wife. Like I probably would have asked Nightmare and T, but it's like they always be doing stuff, so it was like they probably got their stuff planned for this.
If y'all would have shaked up and left at the same time, I probably would have cried. Like damn, everybody coupled up and rolled out again.
Let's see, Resident Evil 2 release date.
That's like 2 weeks from now.
Oh, we're about to find out.
I need technology to be faster than this. Cortana.
Well, I kept getting messed up because every time I typed in Resident Evil, like everything else was popping up. Like Resident Evil 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, the 25th, so 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, bet. So that's definitely my next buy. And hopefully, I'm not making any promises. Hopefully, we can get something set up together, streaming wise, to where.
I mean, you can come over here and play, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna buy it, so.
For real?
Yeah.
You ain't into the Resident Evil?
No? It's just right now, I have such little time. Like I said, I've pretty much only been playing 2K lately, so it's just like if Dub wants to get the game, I won't mind splitting it, but I'm not paying full price.
I'm sure it's gonna be worth it, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Resident Evil. I mean, well, it's the Resident Evil 2 remake, not like Resident Evil 6, I heard was bad. So like when what's the chain? Like when Anthem comes out, I'm getting Anthem. I feel like that's gonna fall into the Destiny, like oh, it's gonna be fun.
The next Destiny might be getting a little better because Bungie split away from Activision.
They did. I did hear about that.
So they said that there's some different stuff that they want to try. So I was like,
yeah, and it's too late because I'm going to wait. Destiny was a day one buy at first, but now I'm going to wait because these motherfuckers.
Y'all talked me into that shit twice.
Hey, son.
Dub was so hyped. Dub was so hyped for Destiny 2. He went out and bought Destiny 1 like a month before Destiny 2 came out. I was like,
no, I got suckered into 2 too. I don't know.
He's like, did you get the DLCs? No. Like, oh, okay. Then when they're like, hey, you gonna get the DLCs? No, I don't even play the damn game anymore, Dub.
So tired of playing the same shit over and over again, yo. I don't know. So I'm definitely on a wait and see with that shit.
The gameplay I saw looks pretty dope.
I mean, no, it looks dope, but I'm not. I'm not.
It'd be like, is it a Bungie game? If it's not a Bungie game or an Activision game, then I have hope. I'm not.
No.
Like I said, to me, it looks more like Titanfall meets.
Yeah, and how long did Titanfall last?
Titanfall was dope. Titanfall just made the mistake of, especially Titanfall. The first Titanfall made the mistake of it didn't have a story mode.
Right.
Then the second one made the mistake of it had a story mode, but you released it in the same damn month as Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, and Battlefield 5.
I don't know why you thought you was going.
That was dumb. That was just plain. That was just plain stupid. So they deserve what they got for that one right there. Like,
well, I mean, now that I know that you're getting it, and I know maybe Showtime decides that he wants to get it. I don't know, but
I mean, I know Hypno wanted it for sure.
Yeah, I'll check y'all out first. Well, Hypno. We already talked about Hypno last show. Yeah. And I'm not getting any. I'm not receiving no recommendations.
Hypno's recommendations get you nowhere.
So now that I know you're getting it, you just let me know what it is. And
all right. So what we got for the trailers?
Back to trailers. Trailers. All right. We are going to start off with.
So you gotta make sure you get rid of them. Polar.
Polar.
That's my child. He probably can hear us. Hey, boy. Go night-night. For those of you wondering in the background, that is not a dolphin. That is young Prince Phenom.
Like a seal coming through the through the vents.
Pretty much. You ready?
Yeah, all right. So we're about to start Polar. This is a Netflix original?
Yeah, I think like 2 of them are Netflix originals just because Netflix is trying.
Okay, sweet. So let's get it going. Botched that one.
I like it here. It makes me peaceful.
Me too.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm retired.
What was your job?
I was in the funeral business.
That's a great business.
And business is booming.
So our employees. If a former agent dies after retirement, their $8 million goes back to the company.
This is a bad idea.
Who the hell is he?
Batman?
Somebody said
What the fuck?
you better pray you have nothing to do with it.
I like the song though.
The black hides and kidnaps cute little neighbor. We shoot him so we don't have to look over our shoulder for the rest of our lives.
You'll need all of it.
Try not to be scared. You make mistakes when you're afraid.
Thought you stopped smoking.
Figured it wouldn't kill me.
Ooh. Lord?
Why are you doing this?
I like it.
Ooh.
You're not a good man. But you're doing a good thing.
That's all we can do sometimes.
Ooh.
Did you happen to see anything peculiar the past couple days?
Hey. I like this. I like that a lot.
I mean, from the little bit I can see on the little tiny screen through the tiny
Did
screen.
you see me? Hey. All right. So in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, so they're going to use this guy as like this new Taken, old man, badass thing. But I think when he put the eye patch on, it changed my whole perspective of who this guy was. Because I'm like, all right, so not only is he going to be kicking ass, but he's going to be doing it with one eye. This is some badass shit. Like, what's going on here, yo? No, that shit look
It looked dope.
it looked dope. Now
That last scene in what was that, a hallway?
yeah.
It looked like that.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to take all of Liam Neeson's money. This is I feel like this is going to be better than all the Takens that came out.
My man went from playing Hannibal on TV to being an assassin.
What? One of the things that stood out is in the trailer, you have him. He has like the shadowy background. In every scene that I've seen him, there's the shadowy background. He's like wearing all black, whatever. But it looked like these villains or these, the opposition. They're all like cartoonly dressed, like high yellow, red, afro. Like they're like
making sure they're the bad guy.
Yeah, like I think that's pretty cool. Cause like his story I'm sure is going to be all like dark and broody, but like his physical appearance is going to match his story. That's why when he jumped out the tree, I was like, Batman? What the hell? The fuck? that was great little clip there. But no, that shit looks like that's going to be great.
When did it say the release date was?
25th of January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have a choice: Resident Evil or this.
What? I can clearly do both. Okay. Next on the list, we've got the Captain Marvel final trailer.
Did you want to do that, or did you want to go to the? Because I just put them on the list in the order in which I saw them, like the release dates. Let's do You know what? Let's do Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Only because I forgot I had the Punisher on there as well. So like Netflix has like 3/5 of the list.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's do this Captain Marvel. And go.
Grunge is a good look for you.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
Oh, she's cute.
I'm gonna need
That was
clarification
just
on
cute.
this space invasion.
Skrulls are infiltrating your planet. They're shapeshifters.
Okay, prove you're not a Skrull.
It's a photon blast.
And
A Skrull cannot do that.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
No shit.
Yeah, that's the realest shit ever.
It's like,
It's like, psh, it's like, cause you said so.
Strong, united. Let's look out of the past.
I don't remember my past.
ouch.
Control it.
She about to blast his ass.
I have this power, but I don't know where it came from.
I've never seen anything like her. You think you can find others? She's just the beginning. You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think.
What is this?
The SHIELD logo
Does announcing your identity on clothing help with the covert part of your job?
said the space soldier who was wearing a rubber suit.
Tickets now.
So, I can say that trailer sold me more in this movie than any other trailers.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I like I like the humor they added into it.
And I think that's what the other trailers were definitely lacking.
Yeah, like I feel like the first trailer it was just like kind of look blockbusters, and the rest of the movie,
Right.
oh she just knocked the shit out some old lady, and the rest of the trailer. This right here, I was like, all right, you got a little banter going on, a little back back and forth.
She looks adorable.
This is the first time where her voice doesn't detract me from believing her. Cause I was just saying, I think I told somebody, I was like, Brie Larson is a good actress.
Right.
I will never say she's not a good actress. She's a great actress.
Right.
It's just, sometimes when, like I said, like ScarJo kind of has like a little bit of a raspiness to her. Angelina kind of has a little bit of to her. Just to the point where you just sound like when you say something tough, you just sound tough. Like that's just a thing. That's just a thing for me. Like I like when you say something, I gotta believe it in my heart.
Right.
Like Ronda Rousey could say something to me, and it's like because of the way her voice sounds, I believe it.
Right.
If Brie Larson said the same shit Ronda Rousey says to people, and I'm talking about like pre-ass getting whooped all the time Ronda Rousey, then I'd be like, oh, you might be able to kick my ass, but right now it's just kind of cute that you think you can.
Aw. Yeah, that's the sense that she's putting off in this movie. It's just like, I'm getting this like innocent kind of like, you know, oh, but then like in real life, like she can like disintegrate you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
And I love it. I love the fake out.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
this trailer makes that so much better to me than the other trailers did.
Exactly.
And maybe because the other trailers, it was more so, I don't know who I am. I think I was here before.
Right.
Like, all right, your trip down memory lane, you know, kind of make you sympathetic. Nah, I don't need sympathy right now.
Right.
I'm waiting for you to kick ass.
Exactly.
You're here. You're here to kick ass. You're a kick ass warrior. You photon blasting, thinking that people know what a photon blast is. Blowing up jukeboxes. Like, who gonna pay for that shit?
That reminds me of how they kind of did something similar with as far as personality wise, make sure that they flesh out the personality with Barton. It's my man.
Oh, Hawkeye.
There we go. Yeah, with Hawkeye, when you first see Hawkeye and Thor,
Yep.
he's kind of like this, you know. Hawkeye's always watching, like he's like in military mode. He's in like but as the movies, you know, went on, they started to flesh him out as a person, all the way into where he's like talking to Scarlet Witch, and he's like, he totally understands that he's just a human shooting arrows in a world where there's like, you know, aliens and artificial
robots
intelligence,
and this
robots,
and that.
You know what I mean?
And I have a bow.
Like. When you flesh out the characters like that, especially when you get them to realize in the situation.
Age of Ultron.
Did you?
Yeah, because they introduced us to his family, man. They made us care about him a lot more.
They did.
And you know, if you know Joss Whedon, the moment Joss Whedon wants you to care about a character a lot more, it'd be like, nope.
No, so I feel like that's in this trailer we got to see more of that.
Yeah.
As far as personality getting fleshed out, and now it makes me want to go see it all the more. You know?
Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure I have my ticket pre-ordered already.
Sweet.
Because, well, I'm me. It's what I do. Like the moment I get notifications from AMC, tickets are on sale up. I already got mine. I'm like, yeah, that's how we go. got my tickets to Glass already. Oh, were you coming with me to that, or?
Of course.
Oh, I didn't know if you got your ticket or not.
It's Glass.
Yep, I do have a ticket. Like March 7th, 10:15. Got my damn ticket. I had my ticket to Us already, but they pushed back the date.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was supposed to be March. It was supposed to be March something, but they pushed it back to like the 22nd of March, I think. Because I was like, I had that Jane, and they sent me an email. I was like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to be March. It was supposed to be March 15th. They pushed it back to March 22nd.
Okay. Which
that actually works because the original time that I thought I'd be able to go see it, I actually couldn't. So I was like, oh, that works anyway because I'll have to cancel my ticket.
Oh.
So that's cool.
Sweet.
Yep, too sweet.
All right. So next up is Velvet Buzzsaw.
All right, another Netflix original.
Velvet Buzzsaw. You hear I said it first.
Let me know
Buzzsaw.
Let me know you're ready so I can bring it up. This is a Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
So limiting and emotionally draining.
It's supposed to be something about the art world or something.
To explain what's happening.
Which one's better, one or two? Better, worse, no different.
No different.
I am quite curious to know what you think.
I think sober hasn't been good for him.
Pierce was in the full bloom of alcoholism here.
Exactly.
Never should have quit drinking.
I like that dude.
No originality.
John Malkovich
No
is.
courage.
That's my guy.
My opinion.
I can't save you.
I found something.
Who did these? Mesmeric.
Guy upstairs, jealous. And you just took them. Yeah, they're family and friends. I can make you rich.
It's brilliant.
The man has people ready to kill.
Have you worked with an artist named Ventral Deals?
No, not in our records, and we have everyone. The artist used blood to create a reddish blonde.
The fuck? ain't see that shit coming.
Some of the things things were discussed for the world of money. I spent decades in a psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane. There is some sort of power.
Oh shit.
Some spirit. It's connected to his art. Something truly goddamn strange is going on.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Are you aware that these asked that all his art be destroyed?
Get rid of him. Box him off.
I can't save you.
Ha. Hey, this looks cool.
So this looks nothing
shit.
like what I imagined.
We're trending on Instagram. It's a major hit.
That looks nothing like what I thought that was going to be, whatsoever. Like when I heard Jake Gyllenhaal and from the writer or director of Nightcrawler, I'm like, all right, so this is going to be like some creepy, he's going to be like some creepy some creepy paint gallery guy. Might do some shady shit on the side, like in Nightcrawler, which was a really good movie.
Mm.
I didn't see no natural elements in this. What the? They ain't tell me nothing about that.
No,
What the?
that's some new age scary.
Even even from the little small screen inside of a screen I looked at, that first Jane, especially when that car caught on fire, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on?
No, yeah, that looks like it's going to be good.
I honestly wasn't ready for that.
One, it has a really good cast.
Yeah. John Malkovich, Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't see. I heard Rene Russo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. Wow.
Netflix trying, man. Y'all over here talking about Bird Box. I'm like, man, fuck Bird Box. I'm waiting on Polar and I'm waiting on Buzzsaw Velvet.
Right?
Or Velvet Buzzsaw.
Netflix about to come with this heat in 2019, yeah.
Dog, this is real right here.
I'm genuinely like that. That was a really good trailer.
Basically, the end of the last week of January, the first week of February, Netflix has my attention right now.
And they should have yours
In
too.
fact, for the next 3 weeks, they have my attention. Because next week, Punisher 2 comes out. Then the week after that, that's when Polar comes out. And then it ends with Velvet Buzzsaw.
Speaking of Punisher 2, we about to get into this trailer.
Let's go.
Why did you help me in the bar that night?
What was I supposed to do? I had to get involved.
Oh no!
You know, it's almost like you were happy for the excuse.
He was. That nigga was sitting in the corner. Let me find somebody ass whoop.
Jesus Christ!
I think you're hiding something.
They killed everybody that I've ever cared about. How do you think that feels?
Oh, you talking to the right person.
I know. A friend of mine betrayed me.
Yo, I felt that
It was so
in season
justified.
1 when he put his face up against the glass. That thing gave me chills.
But it was so justified.
It was so justified, but I was like, ugh.
Feel what I felt.
Jigsaw, baby.
We have a mutual acquaintance. I'm a castle girl.
Russo's back. And he has an army. Frank, people are gonna die. I'm gonna end it.
What village was here?
I'm not the one who dies, kid.
Ooh.
I'm the one who does the killing.
He got up from all that. Hey, come on, son, kill.
Not suspicious at all.
Can't spend that.
Hey, that shit looks dope.
That's what the fuck I've been looking for out of a Punisher show. No, I don't want fuck the conspiracies. I don't want all this government shit. Nope. It's time to get Jigsaw's ass. That's it. Jigsaw's got an army. That means a lot of cannon fodder. Good. I need a
I'm
straightforward.
so happy I'm off next weekend.
Straightforward.
I am binging the shit out of.
Just killing.
Look, do not look for me on Friday. Wait, are we going to go see Glass on Friday? Or are we going to go see Glass on Thursday night? Is it Thursday night? All right, we seen Glass Thursday night. So don't look for me on Friday. Unless we coming over to do a podcast late Friday night to talk about Glass, don't look for me. And even if you come here to do a podcast next Friday night to talk about Glass, I'll probably be playing this in the background.
Make it quick. I got some killing to get into.
I should at least be 7 episodes in. That it's official. DC and Maryland, they breed the best Punisher actors. John Baratheon and Thomas Jane.
Jane's from?
He's from Baltimore.
Oh, my nigga. Because I love Thomas Jane.
Yeah, it's just like, it's, whew.
That's,
I almost, I don't even want to watch the last trailer because I've seen it before and it's not even going to hype me up. It's just, I just thought it was an interesting idea for a show, but we should have ended on this. Something told me we should have ended on this too.
Go on, man. You gave me the juice. I needed to know where to pour it, man. You should have told me. Now we got to see this last one. It's going to gas us out from this Punisher.
I mean, I guess if we got to end it, we can end it on something that's going to calm us down.
No,
this shit right here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to go play Black Ops after this.
So between that and Polar, Velvet Buzzsaw,
I feel like so far every trailer has been a hit.
all of them has been hit.
All these trailers have been hits. Like
even Captain Marvel. I mean, of course, Captain Marvel, but like
Captain Marvel got me more hype for Captain Marvel.
Right.
Velvet Buzzsaw, that would it started off exactly what I thought it was going to be like, and then it just completely hit a 180 on me.
Off the rails.
Yeah. Like then Polar, like I'm always interested to see what
I want to
like
as good as Punisher was. I want to see Polar's number 1 on my list. I want to see Polar like right now.
Yeah.
The Punisher, I can't wait to see that. But Polar is definitely taking number 1 for me. I don't know because the premise looks the same, but it feels different. Like first of all, you got that actor
Mads
that they have.
Mads Mikkelsen is a good actor.
That's him, right? That's the main guy.
He's a very good actor.
I haven't seen him in a role like this before, and
I've seen him from Hannibal, and I've seen him. He was the dude in Doctor Strange, the bad guy in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's it. Like this is, and I feel like I've seen.
He's been in plenty of. He's one of those people where like once you say where you seen him from, you was like, oh yeah, he was in that.
He's been like bad guys. I feel like he's been like bad guys.
Yeah, because he was probably in. Yeah, he was the eye dude in Casino Royale.
That's why I remember the scar, and I'm like I couldn't think of the movie. Yeah,
he played old girl's dad in Rogue One.
Right.
Like he's been around for a while.
So I'm excited to see what he can do as a main guy. Like I mean, he's the main guy on Hannibal, right? I haven't seen the show. But
yeah, he's Hannibal.
Yeah, he's Hannibal.
Yeah, he's Hannibal.
Yeah, I want to see.
I mean, the show they ended the show after 3 seasons, which I got each season for like $1 a piece because one of the guys I work with was like, nah, man, like you got to see it. Even though the show's ended, he's like the acting and this and that, like it's just a good movie. Like it's a good show. You'll like it. So
was it a good show?
I only got like 2 episodes in. Because I had other TV shows that I told myself I wanted to finish first. So once I finish Black Sails, I'll probably catch up on that.
Side note: is Black Sails a good show?
I like it. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, where it's kind of like a lot of paid TV shows where it's a slow build up, but like once it starts getting somewhere, it goes.
Okay.
I mean, once again, you have access to my Vudu. You can watch all this.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to waste my time, guessing if this is going to be good or not. Like, I want a hard sale. Like, yes, this is good. Watch it.
Oh, He was in King Arthur. He was Tristan. I remember him too.
Yeah, see,
He was that bad. Like Tristan was my second favorite person because all that nigga would do, like he just pull out the sword, like he just like he ain't really say shit. He's just like, yeah, I got this sword. You know I'm about to whoop your ass, right?
So I definitely want to watch Polar. Punisher next, then Velvet Buzzsaw.
All right. So the last thing that I had is I don't remember the name of it. Weird City.
Weird City.
Yeah, this is this is a YouTube original, and it's actually created by Jordan Peele and one of the other writers on Key and Peele. Stars a lot. It has a lot of people. Like you're going to recognize a lot of faces.
Okay, so without further ado, this is from the minds of Jordan Peele and Charlie Sanders, Weird City.
I'm so tired of truffles.
Me too. I heard they have great food vehicles below the line, but I'm simply too scared to go down there.
This is so vibrant.
What is that? Is it some kind of theme park?
Those are called laundromats. People below the line wash their own clothes. The upper classes are assigned mates at birth.
At the Joy Lab, we use DNA testing, and you get your perfect match. The one that's the one.
This is your one that's the one. This is yours.
We brought the paperwork you requested.
Yay, it feels good to have you inside.
Our society will no longer need physical intimacy at all. Imagine how much more powerful we will be when we don't have to depend on one another.
Super weird.
That's your opinion.
Not in front of the kid though. Still.
I don't love patting people down, but when I got muscles like you, I don't mind so much.
Bye.
Yeah, so that was a thing. Weird City indeed.
What the hell did we watch?
Okay, so apparently this takes place in the future. I guess not too far off in the future, but in this world there is no middle class. You're either rich or you're poor, and so that's what the line is. Everyone below the line is poor. Everyone above the line is rich. So I don't really know what the story's about, but the trailer has done enough to make me smile a few times.
No, yeah, it was weird.
It's like it was weird, and the way I see it, it has to be something good if you could talk all these people into being on this show.
Yeah, man, got the Reading Rainbow guy.
Like got LeVar Burton, Rosario Dawson, Ed O'Neill, Michael Cera, freaking Dylan O'Brien, got the black dude from New Girl. Got my man Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
It's a lot of faces in here, and I feel like
and it's a YouTube original.
yeah, and I feel like you wouldn't, and I feel like it has to be some good, unless all these people would not. Like one or two people in it for the check, that's something. But like I just listed off 7 people.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna list off the cast: Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sean William Scott, Justin Timberlake, Mandy Moore. It's a lot of names that I'm missing off the list. Just those 4 people alone. You think that's enough to make a good movie?
I mean, The Rock and Sean William Scott. The only movie I recall them being in is The Rundown, and that was a good movie.
I know, but
so that's almost enough for me.
But these 4 in the movie in one movie together.
Mandy Moore's not a bad actress. What was the last
Justin
name?
Timberlake
Justin might be the one to bring it down a little bit.
might bring it down.
Yeah.
That movie is called Southland Tales, and no one's seen that movie. I've seen it like 3 times.
That was should have said Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She was in it.
Yep.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, and it was like it's a lot of
Still never seen it, but I know it.
There was a lot of other people in it too, but I think it's tricky when it comes to cast. It's tricky. Like you can have a lot of
but-
notable faces, but if you don't have a strong plot bringing these faces together, that's trouble.
Yeah, but the thing about the Southland Tales, you gotta think about when it came out. The Rock was up and coming. He wasn't like really there yet. I think.
To be honest, that was maybe like his 4th movie role.
Yeah, Sean William Scott, I think, was more so coming down off the American Pie popularity. I'm pretty sure Buffy was already done, if not close to being done. No, Buffy was already done.
Buffy was already.
Yeah,
done.
Buffy was already done. Mandy Moore, she hadn't really established herself as an actress.
Has she yet?
Nigga, she's on This Is Us. America loves This Is Us.
Oh, okay.
This is America's number one. America's number one show is This Is Us. I know grown black men that say that
watching
jank
This
that
Is
jank
Us.
make them that jank put them in the field sometimes.
Okay, I don't watch This Is Us.
Yeah, I don't watch This Is Us, but yeah, so
Okay.
apparently her game stepped up.
Okay.
She has to play a mom in that show.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, but I'm more interested to see what the overall plot is. Like, is it just like one dude who's just like doesn't like being up top and it's like I'd rather be down low,
Or is it like a series of stories played out through each character?
yeah.
Like that would be cool too. I mean, it's Weird City, so why not take it from the perspective of
Yeah,
each?
like how Michael Cera get a 6-pack?
Yeah.
Like, why does Rosario Dawson look like she's on cocaine? Why don't they need physical intimacy?
Not in front of the kid. That was like, like, what's the difference if you're going to do it virtually or however they
It's
were
like-
doing it? It's just
No,
like,
it's like being in the Oasis in Ready Player One.
yeah, but not in front of the kid. Like send them outside or something. Like you don't do that in front of the kid. That's weird. They was all on the couch moaning and shit. Like no.
Oh man.
But no, yeah, it was a weird trailer for a weird show. So Weird City.
But it's just Jordan Peele he makes weird trailers and yet
He's not missing.
it
right
works.
now. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
He's not
like
missing.
if this works and then Us works, that's 3 for 3.
That's a trifecta.
Like that's
lot
you
of
could
people
almost
don't
say
do that.
4 for 4 if you're a fan of Key and Peele.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, cause Key and Peele worked in a lot of ways, and for all the people who were just like, well, that's not really my type of comedy. It's like, hey, it's cool. Like,
I heard some of the more creepy, like all of the sketches were funny, but some of the more creepy and like kinda like a little bit like scary like
it was Jordan.
sketches. Yeah, it was Jordan.
Probably he has a dark humor mind.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were our trailers. Well, not our trailers. But
I'm trying to decide if I want to say
You
it
know.
was 5 for 5 or if it was 4 for 5.
What?
I-
Weird City brought it down for you?
Weird City is enough to keep me. Weird City is enough to have me interested in what might happen.
Yeah.
So I say 5 for
Yeah,
5.
it's a 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
Let me be honest. Unless you say it's good, I probably won't watch Weird City.
I mean, it's a
it seems like something.
It's a YouTube original, so unless you have YouTube Premium, you're probably not watching Weird City.
Yeah, it seems like something I'd forget to watch. Like
Oh.
out of the rest of these, I'm like, yeah, definitely have to watch these. But
Yeah.
Weird City seems like something.
I mean,
I'd
and it
forget
also
to
helps the platforms that they come on. Captain Marvel, you ain't missing when that shit come out because
Exactly.
it's always 1,000 commercials for that.
Mhm.
And the other 3 were Netflix stuff. So like when it comes out, it's going to be the Netflix and as big as big as 2 of those are, Punisher and Velvet Buzzsaw, because of the actors they have in it.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to Netflix one day,
It's
they're
gonna be on the
right
feature.
there.
Yeah, as soon as you turn it on, after the dum dum,
Yeah.
it's right there. It's the
Speaking
feature
of
show.
Netflix, there's a show I wanted to watch on there. Diablo Nero.
Tell me how that is. I've seen the trailer.
Someone-
and I've passed it.
IGN said it was good.
Who? IGN said it was good.
IGN said it was good. IGN said like the first episode was a little bit slow, but they were like, there's like even though
Isn't it all subtitles?
no,
Is it all? It's not. Okay.
it's
I think the
English.
trailer I was watching it was in subtitles.
Nah, what I saw was English. Like I know it takes place in like Mexico, but
Maybe I was
it was English.
Okay.
So yeah, I kept telling myself I was gonna watch that because it seemed interesting. So it's on my list with Bird Box. Bird Box probably ain't ever gonna watch by me.
Okay. Speaking of Bird Box, real quick.
Did you hear about the bitch that crashed the car because she
That's-
wanted to do Bird Box
Yes.
challenge
Yes.
while driving?
Oh my God. People, hear me now. Do not do that dumb shit on the road.
People, Netflix, a multi-million-dollar company, has already told you don't do that shit on the road.
If for whatever reason I get into a car accident because the bitch that hit me is doing the Bird Box challenge. I'm
I'm
gonna
beating the
fight
shit
you
out of
in
you.
the streets, yo. Like seriously.
You just turned into a man in that instance.
No, like man or woman, it doesn't matter. I'm going to fight you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like in my mind, like if you're a
Yeah.
girl or if you are a woman or you're a man and you do that, no matter what, I'm seeing a dude.
Like, yo.
Like you could be a girl, it's like don't hit me, I'm a female. I'm gonna take your blindfold, do like this. I'm like, all right, now I can't see shit. I saw a whole car on fire one day.
That's beyond like super irresponsible, yo.
I mean, is it really though? Because do you not remember just last summer we had niggas doing the In Your Feelings challenge, getting out of their car, walking, doing this shit while the car's still in motion?
Okay, wasn't
one girl got hit by a car.
Okay, that was okay. Okay, wow, we are really bad.
We're
as
stupid
people. Like we are just. And y'all trying to see? Yeah, y'all wonder why aliens ain't show up yet? Because we fucking.
They know we're gonna make them dumber.
Yeah, damn.
Like this is why no one wants to come. Why Eddie didn't want to come back to America for 30 years. He saw the decline happening. We are safe in Zamunda.
No, yeah, don't. That's reckless. That's super reckless. Like of all the challenges, I'm not even gonna say it's the worst one. Personally, setting yourself on fire is probably the worst one. Second to that is, remember that breathing challenge where like they would hold the person up against the wall and that person would have to breathe deep or some shit like that while somebody's pressed against their chest.
Oh yeah.
And then they would pass out. That was extremely fucking reckless. That's like
eating the Tide Pods.
the Tide Pod. Okay, just every fucking challenge.
Everything except for the Black Beatles challenge.
Yeah, something safe. You know,
Yeah, just
it was safe. And did you look like a dummy doing it? Sure, it was a challenge.
I mean,
it was
but if
safe.
you had a good enough camera, and like that shit did look fire.
You could have got
sometimes.
creative with
Yeah.
it, and it was safe. This other shit, this Bear Box shit, is fucking getting out of hand.
The Kylie Jenner challenge.
Which one was that?
That was when they would put. That's when they would put their lips inside of a bottle.
Oh,
And the puff up their lips like Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Like people showing like their busted up lips and whatnot. It's like
Yeah, like just it's some challenges y'all shouldn't just pick up. Y'all shouldn't pick up. Like they got that Chris Brown jump, that indecisive challenge where
I haven't
people
seen it.
people were just dancing. Like Chris Brown got that is a new song, it's a new video
Okay.
called Undecided.
I mean, technically, the In Your
And-
Feelings challenge was just a dance that niggas decided they wanted to do in cars.
Well, I think the jump with that wasn't somebody like in the car.
Nah, Shiggy
Filming
was
them?
on the block when he did that.
He was on the block when the man was doing it in the cars. Wouldn't they have like somebody else in the car just filming them?
Yeah.
So like, all right, you kind of, it's still reckless, but it's kind of safe. It's like safer.
So these niggas decided they wanted to get out their cars while they was moving. Like one dude, Hispanic dude, his door shut and that ain't locked.
Oh yeah, and his car kept going. Nah, yeah, that shit. All right. So, anyways, I don't think y'all insurance companies has challenge like
you have challenge insurance, challenge
Yeah.
coverage.
I don't think I have challenge coverage. You know what I'm saying? For when you just doing dumb shit. So y'all should probably cut it out, especially with these cars.
Stop paying the dumb tax just for being dumbasses.
Like Jesus Christ.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Anyways, that was a good show.
That was. Let me do my shameless plug of our social medias.
Oh, he's gonna
Bam.
plug.
I
it
ain't
out.
done that in a while. So if you think we're funny and you like to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Mixer, and Patreon. I keep saying this, and I swear to God, eventually we are gonna do some Patreon only stuff.
No, 2019 is a change, baby. We going
Yeah.
we getting it in this year.
Yeah, like I'm gonna try my best, between this and my other job, and then now I got my other little business going.
Of course,
So-
that he's going to start plugging that soon. I'm gonna make him. Don't worry.
It's like I don't know how many blurs out there are cigar smokers. So I don't
I
know if this
mean,
would be
we'll
a real
find
thing
them
for them, but
We'll find him. It's okay. It's
yeah.
okay.
But go ahead, give us a like, give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should already know what our YouTube channel name is, so I shouldn't have to plug that in. Duh. But as always, I am your boy King Phenom. Y'all know who that is over there, King Sirius.
It's me.
Like, this has been another episode of The Blair Perspective. We'll catch y'all next week with our review of Glass.
Yeah.